Peace and power, my people. Peace and power, my people. Not sure if you can see this, but it's Ayaj, and the title of this video is "That's Not Fat, That's Parasites." Peace, everybody coming to the building. Everybody come in. Everybody come in. Peace. Everybody come in. Peace. Told you I'd be here around noonish. Really can't see myself because of the glare. It's all to the good. But I'm gonna do a video. Happy Sunmore. Happy Sunmore. Happy Sunmore. Peace, Will. Peace, everybody watching. Happy Sunmore. Happy Sunmore. Peace, everybody. To everybody who's watching. Happy Sunmore. We're doing a video in honor of Sunmore. We're doing a video. It's time to get summertime fly. This is Supreme Goddess Ayaj Aaliyah, the one and only. And what your natural health care specialist should be looking like. Picture of health. Not overweight, not obese. We don't age, no wrinkles. Picture of health. Herbs are here to heal us. Herbs are here to nourish us, give us nutrition. Today we're going to get you summertime fly. Peace, everybody coming into the building. Peace, everybody come in. We're talking about our melanin rich bodies. We are talking about dominant gene bodies and not recessive gene bodies. I have zero knowledge, zero experience on recessive gene bodies. For everybody who inbox me or text me about a recessive gene body, they must go to their people, as we should always go to our people. Peace. Hey, can't see you. Okay, hold on. You can't see me? Let me make sure. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna finish it. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Okay. No wonder you couldn't see me. I couldn't see me either. Let me switch the camera. Or just switch the camera. There we go. Alright. Alright. Thank you for telling me that you couldn't see me. Here we go. Thank you. I couldn't see me either. Because of the sun glare. But here we go. Peace, everybody coming into the building. Peace. Being vegan isn't good enough, like I said. We have a lot of vegans who have health issues. We have a lot of vegans who are obese. And this video is here to help you and share experiences. I hope you can see me now. I can see me. Let me know if you can see me. Okay. Alright, yeah, I got a thumbs up. Everybody can see me and everything. It's Ayaj Aaliyah, Supreme Goddess, the one and only Supreme Goddess. We're going to be talking about something nobody has brought up. Please, no copycats. Everybody can share the information, but when it comes to certain things, I'm going to get into why I don't like the copycats. Come on in and support. Come on in and unite. But no copycats, please. No copycats. It's levels to this. It's levels to this knowledge. Talking about parasites, a secret cause to weight gain. Okay. This is someone else's information that is not our people. We're going to talk about our people's bodies and only our people's bodies, okay? Why am I doing this video? doing this video because I experienced these same things, and I know a lot of people out there are struggling. They're experiencing the same thing. Everybody want to be summertime fly. Everybody want to look good. Everybody wants that positive confidence, and I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to give you some information that has not been given before. Okay, and so let's get into it. The information. I'm doing this video also because I see not only the sisters struggling, but the brothers struggling as well. Some brothers, they get all buff, they lift the weights and everything, but they still have a little bit of belly fat that they can't get rid of when you get a certain age. And I noticed that it's like, bruh, you still got a little bit of belly fat, so we're gonna help you out with that with some information. Okay, take a look at this picture. It says you are not big boned. One of the misconceptions that our people have is that they are somehow big boned. Okay, this is your natural bone structure. It's a regular bone structure. There's no such thing as a big bone person. Okay, so that's one of the myths we want to clear up. A better picture of this is right here. Okay, it's a better picture of your bones. Okay, regular bones. However, this person is clearly obese. Okay, and the thing is, when it comes to obesity, it's not fat. Okay, you can do everything in the book. You can go ahead and work out. You can do as many sit-ups as you want, but until you get your health, proper eating, and detoxing your body, you will not come into your optimal weight or the way you feel comfortable or reach your complete goal. Some people set goals for themselves that's under what it should be because they know they're not going to reach the complete goal. But I'm here to help you reach your complete goal when it comes to looking good and getting your weight down. Okay, so I want to give a disclaimer. After you do what I am going to instruct you to do, and I'm going to give you the knowledge first, for the sisters, you might lose bra size, waist size, butt size, piece, everybody coming in. You might lose that. And the reason why is because all of that, it was given to you via parasites. That is parasites and not your original body. Okay, that's not you. That's parasites. Some of it is even dead flesh. Okay, which we should not be eating. Some of us don't know not to eat the dead flesh, but the people who are Christians that are watching, I want to give you a little weapon. I want to use a little weapon against you, which is your own Bible. It says you were put in a garden and not a slaughterhouse. So you were given fruits to eat, and then not animals. You weren't. Nobody told you to eat the animals. You told you to eat the animals, and then you think that somebody's going to save you from it. But the people that's supposed to be saving you from the animals, we still have the highest number of heart attacks, the highest number of diabetes, the highest number of strokes in the entire country. And that's because you're not eating right and you're not following the laws governing this planet. Okay? Again, I want to remind everybody who is watching that this is for our people and not for recessive gene people, okay, who are on their way to extinction because of the sun. You are not able to actually use the sun without sunscreen to convert the energy into vitamin D, which is a hormone. So some people, I want to talk to the people who don't know that they're not supposed to be eating meat. Okay, one of the reasons that we know you're not supposed to be eating meat is because first of all, your intestines is way too long. If you compare your intestines to a lion who only lives to be 35, the lion's intestines is completely smaller than your intestines. Okay, your intestines is very, very long. Therefore, you can't, first of all, you can't digest. You don't have enough acid in your body. I don't care how acidic your body is. You don't have the acid in your body like the lion does to actually digest that animal meat, okay, animal flesh, okay. So it just sits in your stomach for a week. Meanwhile, you still have to eat. So you're eating, and each bite you're taking is not being fully digested, and it takes sometimes a week, sometimes more than a week to actually digest. Thank you for the thumbs up. So for those, I'm speaking to those who are beginners, because I got new followers, people who are so smart that they're not smart. Just hang on a second. So, but the second way that you can tell, that you're not supposed to be eating meat. Thank you for a thumbs up, everybody. Second way you can tell you're not supposed to be eating meat is because you don't have fangs or claws. You have regular teeth and regular fingernails. You don't have claws. I did a video on that. I might repost that so you can see that full video and the visuals that I give you, because some people like visuals, you know, but you don't have fangs. So you're not able to just bite flesh, rip flesh open, and scratch the flesh and rip it open with your fingernails or your teeth. You have regular teeth and not fangs or claws. Another way, peace coming in, another way you could tell, okay, that you are not supposed to be eating meat for the beginners. Thank you everybody who's patient and know already, because we do have some veterans watching this. But another way you could tell that you're not supposed to, thank you for the heart, you're not supposed to be eating meat is because when you see a cow, let's say a cow or a chicken, number one thing that our brothers and sisters who are not there yet, the number one thing they like and they say they can't get rid of is chicken. So you look at a live chicken, you're not going to say, oh, that chicken right now looks really yummy to me. Let me go with my fangs and rip its flesh open and eat it as is with no seasonings. But you can look at some grapes. If you're hungry enough, you can look at some grapes, apples, some figs, some dates, mangoes, pineapple, any type of fruit that you can think of and want to eat that fruit. Might peel it, okay, and eat it right away, okay. But the live cow, you're not going to look at that live cow and say, that live cow looks really yummy to me right now. Let me go ahead and eat it right now with no seasonings, live, and kill it live, okay. But there are certain animals on this planet whose purpose is to clean the earth and also get rid of the weakest in that species. Their whole purpose is to go ahead and eat that live zebra or elk right away, okay, right away, with no seasonings, with the blood and everything, red blood and everything. Don't think that when you eat meat that you're holy. You're not. Nothing can clean you but a detox, because you are really practicing vampirism. People who are veterans, I want you to make sure that you pay attention. So when you do help people and they're like, well, I can't stop eating chicken, you can be honest with them, okay? Be honest with them, okay? And I want you to tell them that they are practicing vampirism by eating fried blood, okay? I don't care how long you hang a cow upside down or a chicken upside down, you're not going to get rid of the fact that those veins have blood in it. You're not going to get rid of all that blood. I don't care how much you try to wash it. You know, you're not going to get rid of that blood. You're practicing vampirism, which is a story to keep the recessive inferior, yes, I said inferior and I mean it, inferior people, it's there to tell their story to keep them more alive, because they actually age in dog years, and originally they actually died around the age of 35, like the lion. Okay, now I want to tell you the tortoise, which is a plant-based eater, just eats plant, it actually lived to be around 105. But the vampire story, let's take a close look at that vampire story. The vampire story is a story of something that retains what? Eternal youth by doing what? By eating, first biting the flesh of someone, biting the flesh of someone and drinking its blood. It retains eternal youth by doing that. Okay? So, what happens when that same thing goes outside into the daylight? What happens? I got a thumbs up. If everybody's seen that any vampire story, well, you know that it dies. It just burns up and dies when sunlight hits it. Get away from me, fly. When sunlight hits it, it burns up and dies. What happens to the recessive body when, you can research this, when it tries to become 100% vegan without taking that B12 shot? What happens to, another question, what happens to that same inferior recessive gene body when it goes outside in 99-degree temperatures with zero sunscreen? One sister showed 75-degree temperature on a beach in a bathing suit. The same thing happened. What happened? Well, when an inferior body that has recessive genes, that is pale skin, stringy hair, light color eyes, when they go out into the sunlight in 99-degree temperature or even 75-degree temperature in some cases, they actually get skin cancer. They get blisters. They are entirely allergic to the sun. Entirely. Okay? Imagine walking and wonder why some of them are envious of you. They don't hate you, they're envy you. Okay? Just imagine walking outside and burning, literally burning. Okay? Literally turning red for days and having your skin peel and getting these nasty blisters that do, I don't know about you, but like when I was 14 I burned myself, okay, and it turned into a blister. I still have like a slight mark on it, my arm too. It turned into a blister. The blister was clear, okay. The liquid inside of it was crystal clear because we are over 70% water. Okay, the liquid inside of it was crystal clear. However, when you take a look and you do a search and you look at these sun blisters, don't leave right now, but when you look at these sun blisters, they're orange. What the heck is that? It just looks disgusting to me, and it's a telltale sign that we are different. We need to embrace our differences too. Love ourselves completely. Know that we are the dominant ones, okay? And know that we are going to get back to our God status, okay? Because I'm going to take us there with all this knowledge I'm about to bring. So, like I said, there blisters are orange. What is that orange inside the blister? When we are water is clear. So it's really, really disgusting to me. And it's like, yeah, you know. But anyway, getting back. So that's what happened to them when they actually go out inside the sun. Now, what happens when they turn 100% vegan? I will admit, okay, on my journey, there was 0 groups, okay? There was 0, like, of us. Nobody was vegan. Nobody was vegetarian of our people. None of that, okay? So I had a favorite troglodyte vegan who, when I went back recently to her website, because I hadn't looked at that website in years. When I went back to her website recently, she had went back to becoming a meat eater, okay, animal flesh eater, and she was extremely popular on Twitter. Extremely popular, like she was like a guru, okay? And that's the thing, okay? The vampire story is telling them how to survive. What happened to her is, if I remember correctly, I read, because I was like really stunned and shocked and was wondering what the heck happened to her. But what happened to her is that she went on vacation and she decided, something in her said, try some meat, okay? And I didn't know this about her. Y'all know that the recessive gene is really weird. So she was a bodybuilder previous, and then she turned vegan and she stopped being a bodybuilder. So the exact opposite thing happened to her that happens to us. So she retained more energy when she started eating animal flesh, more energy, and she started back bodybuilding, which is super weird because that should be for a man. But she started back up bodybuilding, okay? And she started continuously eating meat. Another one that was one of my favorites is they're still vegan, but they have to take the B12 shot, which is not found in nature. And my educated guess, hypothesis, which it means educated guess, is that it's coming from either an animal or a human. A B12 shot, okay? So this is why we need to actually make sure that we seek out information from our own people, because some of that information is just not made for our bodies. So what happens to people who are recessive genes, who have recessive genes, who are inferior? What happens when they turn 1000% vegan is that they get weak to the point where they are almost dying, okay? I had a lot when I was in the service field, okay, customer service field, a lot of the Caucasoids, when they found out, because I'm a people person, y'all think I'm evil and mean sometimes. I mean, I'm evil and mean in a focused way. I love my people though, that's why I'm here. But okay, they will always tell me, you know, I have a niece or myself or my wife or someone who was vegan and the doctor told them they have to go back and start eating meat. Now, those days I was not really woke, so I didn't think to ask, well, why? What brought them to the hospital in the first place? You know, but if you research it, it's because they do get sick, okay? After so long, they get sick. We do not, because our bodies are capable of extracting the nutrients, the energy, the sun energy, the solar energy that comes out of those fruits and vegetables, and provide nutrients for us and energy as well. So these are the things that happens to the recessive gene, the inferior individual, when they do not eat flesh and blood, okay? But as I stated, you are the original person. I didn't state that, but I'm going to tell you. You, with your dominant genes, are the original being. You came first and not anything else, okay? So, let's show you this, okay? Do not turn away. You need to see this. This is a breeding ground for parasites. They said aliens. They could be known as aliens inside your body. They eat more than you do. In fact, they get their nutrients before you do, okay? Because we're going to explain how parasites is in the blood, okay? It drinks your blood, okay? They poop inside of you. Like I said, these people are watching me, because I've been said this in 2015. They use bathroom inside of you, okay? Their waste gets inside your bloodstream. You become extremely toxic. Extremely toxic. You get skin problems. You get acne. You get rashes, eczema. Let's talk about eczema. Eczema is actually a parasite. It's a topical parasite. My daddy's from Louisiana, okay? Mom is from Mississippi. One birthday, my daddy wanted some chitlins. That's the one and only time he wanted chitlins. It's disgusting. It's actually pig intestines, and what goes inside the intestines? Boo-boo, feces, waste. Nothing good is in there. Nothing. There's no nutrients inside. There's nothing to gain from eating chitlins. But anyway, my daddy from Louisiana, so he wanted my mom to cook him some chitlins, and so she cooked it. She made us eat it. When I say made, we could not. That's the one and only time we could not leave the dinner table without eating those chitlins. So shortly after us eating those chitlins, which was disgusting, I can still remember, she put ketchup on them to try to make them taste good. It was still disgusting. But anyway, shortly after eating the chitlins, my brother got a ringworm, emphasis on the word worm, on top of his head, and I got eczema, okay? And I'm guessing that parasites work differently inside the male body versus the female body, because I didn't get a ringworm on my head. I actually got eczema, okay? So, and the doctors were able to get rid of his ringworm, but I suffered from eczema for over 20 years. So that's a telltale sign too, that these people that you rely upon, because I actually do get rid of eczema, because I got rid of my own eczema that was on my entire face, eyes, ears, arms, legs, you know. Eczema, it goes everywhere, okay? Because it's a topical worm, okay? This is something that no one is saying. No copycats, please go ahead and join me, not copy me, okay? Because I'm letting everybody know some new information that nobody is talking about, okay? And I don't need people copycat me, because see, there's levels to this. There's just not me telling you information. This is coming directly from the source, plus experience, plus knowledge, plus upbringings. I have beautiful, wonderful, united upbringings. So it's levels to my supreme goddessness. So no copycats, please, because you will suffer, okay? Come united, support, no copycats. You can, people who are working regular jobs, you can please share this information. I give you permission. When I say copycats, I mean people who have no sense of their real purpose, or they might have sense of their real purpose, and they say, look at this person doing what she's doing, let me copycat her. Don't do that, please, because I see everything. I'm not this naive person that just doesn't see stuff. I see everything, okay? It's not just me seeing this, okay? It's the sources that be, the energy that be, the direct source shows me stuff, okay? As well as Facebook, because Facebook is like super instigating, So you put something on Facebook, I'm going to see it, because Facebook will say, you know what, Ayajra needs to see this. So I'm going to put it on her timeline, because they don't put everything on their timeline unless they want to instigate something and want me to block somebody, okay? So no copycats, okay? So when it comes to eating, you want to make sure that you eat the right things for your body. And like I said, the parasites, they use the bathroom inside of you. The waste gets inside your bloodstream. It slowly poisons you over the years. They have hundreds of thousands of babies. They lay eggs all throughout your body. They dig into your liver, lungs, brain. Let me tell you something. Y'all really need to be paying attention when I tell you all of the symptoms of parasites. I see brothers who not listening, okay? You get migraines, okay? You get migraines because you have not detoxed yet. And we're going to talk about how to detox, because some of y'all are too smart for your own good. You say, oh, I'm going to go online. Okay, go online. You're still going to suffer, okay? Because you don't have the knowledge. You thinking that, oh, I'm going to just look at Wikipedia or look at this, and I'm going to go and I'm going to get all those herbs from my local health food store, not my sister, Supreme Goddess Ayajra Aaliyah. And the thing is, you are going to kill some, but you're not going to kill all, because you don't have the #1 detox. So what you need to be doing is uniting, like I said, because the migraines, no doctor is going to tell you migraines is parasites. And let's just take a look into the human body, okay? The human body has nerves that actually help you. It's a part of your immune system, because it actually helps you, and survival too. It helps you recognize when something ain't right, okay? So what happens when you feel pain? You don't just randomly, you know what, your body doesn't say, you know what, I'm just gonna randomly give this person pain. It doesn't work that way. What happens when you have pain is something, aka parasite, is pushing up against your nerves, and it causes you pain. If you have a migraine, painful headache, something is pushing up against your nerves. It's not you, it's a parasite, okay? People need to pay attention. They need to realize when I speak, I'm speaking knowledge, okay? Speaking facts. Get this information. Get these jewels being dropped on you. Don't just, a lot of y'all have a male chauvinist. You know, y'all think y'all woke. Y'all have a male chauvinist attitude. Don't do that, because you're going to miss out and you're going to suffer, okay? Stop having a male chauvinist attitude. Get these jewels being dropped, okay? Because I'm being read by the energies that be, and they give me information as if it's my own. So you need to get these jewels being dropped. No copycats, please. Go ahead and unite with me, because united we win. So got that headache, it's parasites. Got that menstrual cramp, that's an STD, because parasites can be sexually transmitted. Okay? Got that painful labor pain. Okay? Again, those are parasites trying to survive. One of the things that parasites do in your body is they try to survive. That's their main goal, is to try to survive. So what it does is it clinches on to not be eliminated from your body. So when you give birth, okay, doesn't want to get eliminated. It doesn't want to get born because it dies. It's a parasite. It dies outside of your body. When you clean your body and detox your body. I'm going to do a full extensive video on the female body because people are just still in the dark about the female body, and they always got something to say about the female body. I will quickly say that wet dreams for men is equivalent to the menstrual cycle for a woman. Both get rid of the old DNA. Okay? Must be done. Okay? So y'all gotta be smart. Okay? Listen to Supreme Goddess, because I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just making this stuff up. I know what I'm talking about. So menstrual cycle is completely normal. The pain is not. I don't even know when I'm on mine. It just comes. I'm like, oh, it's here. Yay. You know? That's how it is. Same thing with wet dreams. You wake up. You've extracted sperm. Okay? Same thing. That's your cycle. You know, if you don't have sex and extract it, it's going to just extract through a quote-unquote wet dream. Okay? As the woman, so is the man. As the man, so is the woman. As above, so below. And vice versa. Y'all have to pay attention because I be getting tired. I need to do more videos. I'm going to try to do more videos. I be having stuff to do, and I have a lot on my mind too. That's another thing. So it's just like, which one do I do first? So much knowledge up here, you know, like which one do I do first? So let's take a look. Don't think you are an exception. You are not immune. These are my very same words. I told you that the #1 cause of all disease is parasites. When I saw Alfred Bowman talking about mucus, that is entirely false. Entirely false. Mucus is not the #1 cause of all disease. I repeat, it is not the #1 cause of all disease. It's going to be parasites. Is the #1 cause of all disease, and that's by design. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. But we need to make sure we wake up to the facts. You know, we just do. We need to wake up to the facts. It's important for me and you because we, through the laws of oneness, I'm you and you are me. You know, it's the laws of oneness. And it's pure love coming out my heart. I don't like, I'm going to just let you know, y'all could blame my creator, which is my daddy, for this. I have a low tolerance for BS or ignorance. I just do. You know, it's a part of his personality. From his DNA, it trickled down to me. So it might seem like I have a hateful heart. It's pure love, though. It's tough love, but it's still love, 1000% love. So don't think you're an exception. I said this, you're not immune on my very first video in 2015. Okay? The longer you put it off, the more they take over. Okay? Parasites. For those of you who do not know what a parasite is, I'm going to tell you what, from what they say the parasite is. It's just going to be a micro... Peace. Everybody giving me hearts and thumbs up. Peace. Love you. Everybody coming in. Thank you. But for those who don't know what a parasite, because I have new followers. I got rid of some of y'all know-it-alls. Because what's the purpose? If you think you know it all, what am I here for? So anyway, parasites is going to be a microscopic organism. It's a real live thing inside of your body. It's eating what you eat. It's using the bathroom inside of you. And it's causing you all kinds of diseases. We'll get into all the diseases that it causes. So it says a parasite is an organism that lives off the host. That host is you. Okay? It lives a parallel life inside of your body. It feeds off of your energy. The ones that feeds off your energy is the virus. Okay? So if you have the herpes virus, I want to make a quick announcement. There's a sister waiting on donations to actually get her herpes virus medicine, as well as the anti-itch cream. I'm the only one who has the anti-itch oil, not cream, but anti-itch oil for those suffering herpes. I didn't even know that that was one of the symptoms. Nobody, I mean, I didn't even, during my research, I didn't even see anything about it causing itching. But like I said, I didn't, I just, went ahead and went off of, the clients that I have, and they told me that, when I first started, they told me that they were experiencing itching. I was like, okay, I can go ahead and hook you up with an anti-itch cream. It's the #1 anti-itch cream for herpes. She is having an outbreak, and she's wanting some help with that. Go ahead and go to my GoFundMe at Ayadria Aaliyah. You can see the spelling of my name on Facebook, and we'll make sure that she gets her herpes medicine. I have offered her employment so she can go ahead and earn it, but I also said that I was going to go ahead and do a campaign for her as well. I'm going to show you the private text that was sent to me. It's going to be all private, but the sister, her name is Christine, she actually needs our help, okay? And another thing about, I just wanted to give all the information, because a lot of people don't, have all the information. See, the reason why, this is Supreme Goddess, the reason why she is unable to receive help, you might have a kind heart, but the energies that be does not, because she had 1000% of the money, okay, that was donated to her, 1000%. But what did this sister decide to do? She decided to have doubts, okay? She decided to say, oh, I'm just gonna, she apologized for wasting my time, but she was like, oh, I'm just gonna go and to the doctor, the quote unquote, the pseudo doctor. I'm gonna go to the doctor and do what they tell me to do, okay? Like I said, she had 1000% of the funds. But when you do that to somebody, you don't even know who I am, okay? And what my purpose in life is, you don't know anything about me. I could be doing anything, but I'm doing this, okay? I'm helping my people. But when you do that, you cut off the wealth energy. There are laws governing this planet. And what you don't want to do is confuse them. What you don't want to do is do the polar opposite, as the troglodyte, the inferiors, are doing. So she had 1000% of the money, and she declined, okay? Now she's itching, she's suffering from symptoms. Now she's like, oh, I need your help. And it's just like, I'm not going to be punished, because when I came back here to this planet, I was pure and I was giving and not receiving anything back, okay? The ancestors was like, look, you keep doing that, I'm going to punish you in the form of punishing the people that you are giving to, because some of us are born users while others are born givers. So the users were being punished, and it was defeating the purpose of me actually giving from the kindness of my heart. So the ancestors was like, I'm just going to punish them. And they did punish me too, because I find myself in a situation where I couldn't do anything, because I was giving energy to people who did not deserve it. So if you feel like you want to drop off some bad karma and help this sister, then you could go ahead and use my GoFundMe. You can message me and say, I want to help that sister get her medicine. But the energies that be, my hands are tied, because I don't want to be punished no more. That was a harsh punishment. I listen to the energies that be. I listen to the ancestors. When something is told to me, because I am pure, and there is a million ways as to how I perfect my life, So when stuff happened to me that doesn't fit my personality or my giving heart, it's like, what did I do wrong? I always point the finger at me. I don't say, why me? A lot of my patients always say, why me? Don't say that. Say, what did you do? Say, what did you do? Because during my journey, okay, I went into solitude at the age of 22. I left all my fun. My friends were fun and beautiful. I mean, we partied like none other. I partied enough for 3 people from the age of 15 to 22. I said to myself consciously, I'm going to stop. I'm going to do the right thing. And that's what I did. So I went into solitude. So when I got into my car accident, that I was rear-ended twice. I was rear-ended twice and severely injured. I said, what did I do? What did I do? Okay? And when I came up with that answer, because it's not why me, it's what did I do? Okay, so when you are going through your storm, because we're all going to get back to earth, God. Somebody asked me, will we see it in our lifetime? Oh, yes, we will. Because I'm creating it every day. The woman creates, okay? She is going to create no matter what. She's either going to create heaven or hell. And the thing is, the recessive people, they know this. So what they do is they put that stuff on television for the woman to create it. And then if she's pregnant, then the baby will come out as the message that the recessive gene wanted to give to the world. Like the recessive gene inferior people, they actually use the melanin-rich woman to create their reality. So I'm creating our reality for us, okay, is what I'm doing. And remember, with the laws governing this planet, the man gives the knowledge, the woman creates his dream, his knowledge, whatever he gives her, okay? So if you are not consciously, all you married men are not consciously having sacred sex or going to your woman and y'all happy, okay, you keep her happy. I saw this post that said he's tired. I don't know, I'm just paraphrasing. He was like pretty much saying he's tired of that, make the woman happy, you have a happy, oops, I apologize, but he said he was tired of the make the woman happy, you have a happy home type of deal. Okay, if you know, y'all brothers have to learn us. You say we hard, we're not, okay? If you just learn the basics, okay? Our purpose on earth is to create reality, okay? Your purpose is to seek knowledge. You are our walking libraries, okay? Another thing I want to tell you, all my knowledge most of it comes from men. So you can wash away that male chauvinist type of, literally from birth to currently. So you can wash away that, or wipe away, get rid of that male chauvinist stuff, thinking that I'm smarter than the men. I'm not. I get all my knowledge from men, really smart, brilliant, genius men, sprinkled with some of our sisters, okay? So you can get rid of that. So the purpose of the woman is actually to create. So you bring her knowledge, your dreams. She's either going to create a baby that is exactly what you wanted, or she's going to actually create. If you don't have a baby, even if you do have a baby, you can just do both. If you have a baby, regardless if you have a baby or if you don't, she can still create, okay? That's her by design. When we were created, they didn't leave out the woman, okay? There is God and goddess, and we both united are superhuman, okay? We're superhuman when we're united. So the man brings the knowledge to the woman, and she creates it for him, okay? She creates it for him. There's no other way around that, okay? you can't create alone, you know. And we see that, and I just want to constantly just remind people of the facts, okay? We see that when the baby resides in the male first, the baby resides in the male first because the baby is the sperm, okay? The egg is the protectant, and we create the full body of the baby, you know, eventually. But the real baby is the sperm first, okay? So the male holds the baby first. We have the egg. The egg it has DNA, but it has to be semi-hollow. Someone said that I was disrespecting my body by saying that. Well, you have to dig a hole in order to plant a seed. You can't just be like, oh, you know, I'm gonna plant a seed on top of the earth. You can't do that. Have to dig a hole first. So it has to be semi-hollow for the woman to receive. There goes that word, emphasis on the word receive, the baby, okay? So we have to realize that the woman is the creator. So I am creating for us what we need to be creating, okay? What needs to happen for us, okay? That's what I'm doing. All right, so we have to realize that. So that's one of the things we have to realize. Getting back to the video. So in recent medical studies, because some of y'all don't think y'all got parasites, y'all think y'all just too good. I ain't got no parasites. What's she talking about? You know, some of y'all think y'all too good. Well, I'm smart too, just like her. Let me go to the troglodyte resuscitating store and get these herbs that I found on the website. Some of y'all too smart for your own good. Y'all think that y'all ain't got parasites because y'all think, oh, I ain't got no parasites. Okay? Everybody who has eaten meat, and some people who parents have eaten meat before, because some of us are born vegans, but your parents ain't detox. So what happens to those parasites? Parasites are just eating every nutrient that's coming inside of your body. That mother's body and that father's body. It didn't die. Parasites are not designed to die. They're designed for severe survival. Another reason why some of you kind of get sick because y'all playing around with the parasite detox. Y'all think that y'all can detox and then go back and eat meat. What happens is the parasite has an evolution system. So what happens is then it evolves. It says, you know what, let's go to a place where there's less blood flow and survive there. So you're going to get sick if you play with these parasites. Okay, you're going to get sick. Don't play with parasites. Because even though they are very microscopic, they are very bright when it comes to surviving. Okay? And very tiny. So it's like you're the host and they're going to use you till they can't use you anymore unless you kill them the correct way. Okay? The correct way. So I'm going to read you some statistics. In recent medical study, it has been estimated that 85% of North American adults has at least one form of parasite living inside their bodies. And I want to tell you that there are many species. So if you try to go to the doctor, some of y'all just, I need to go to the doctor to see all that. Let me tell you something. There's so many parasites that have evolved over the course of the years that there's zero tests for some of them. Okay? So you're not going to be able to just go to someone who has been trained, emphasis on the word trained, like a slave, trained, because doctors are just people who have been trained certain things, okay? But it's not the correct things because a lot of things they don't even tell you about, okay? Or they don't even give you anything for it. And I urge them who are trying to watch this, you are inferior, and I cannot wait until you leave because this earth and the sun is beautiful and it's going to kill you. So don't try to copy off of me and try to come up with something to help. I mean, you can come up with something to help our people, but you're still going to die. But as of now, there is zero things that come up. I mean, there's zero cures that you are giving our people for eczema. There's zero cures, and I have cured many cases of eczema, okay, permanently, and also herpes. You're not even giving a relief. I couldn't even believe that. I was like, so you got this medicine, but you don't have an anti-itch serum that they, you know, try to come up with? No. Even when I had eczema, that cream did not stop the itching. I will always find myself, it is like, it was really ridiculous. We spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on that stuff that didn't even work. So I want to just let you know, some authorities feel this figure may be as high as 95%. I want to tell you it's like 99%. Because common sense tells you, well, I'm just going to let you know because sometimes it doesn't, but when an animal dies, as soon as it dies, it decays. Okay, in every package I give you the full-blown picture of it. I might even, if I can remember, yeah, I'm gonna write it out. But everything that actually dies, including the animals, decays like roadkill. Okay, just like roadkill, it decays. They put chemicals over it to make it look like it's pink. Pink equal blood. Okay, emphasis on the word blood. It's the reason why it's red and pink. But eventually it turns brown. Okay, because it's decaying. But the thing is, I showed you in a different video where they showed a brother. Actually, they showed the cow eating the grass and picking up the parasite, because it is my belief that parasites are first insects, and what happens is they evolve inside the animal body as a parasite. Okay, I should say not believe, but my hypothesis, which means educated guess for those who don't know. So they picked up the parasite first, and then its eggs and itself is riddled inside of the animal flesh body, and then you eat it, and then you contract parasites. There is zero ways around contracting parasites. There is this brother who child was born vegan, but none of them did. Like, the mother and father both didn't even do any detoxes. So what do you think happened to the parasites? Well, the baby was infected with parasites. Now the baby is suffering from cancer. Okay, the baby is suffering from cancer. It's totally vegan, was born vegan, but it's suffering from cancer. And I showed you this in another video, and they've been knowing this all along. Cancer is a scary word for parasites. Cancer cells. Look at the word cancer cells. What has cells? Living organisms have cells. You're not going to find something dead. Well, you might find something dead that has cells. Can't say that. But living organisms have cells, okay? So cancer cells, if cancer is able to move from one part of your body to the next, or able to grow, what grows? Living things grow. Inanimate things don't grow. We have to consciously look at these things. Things that are not alive don't grow. So if you have cancer and it's growing, that means it's alive. If it's inside your body and you are the host, that means it's a parasite and it could be killed. Cancer can be killed. I detox cancer and kill cancer cells is what I do, because cancer can be killed. So, like I said, cancer moves, and then people actually, let me tell you, people actually survive cancer and then they get it again. How do you get cancer again and you survived cancer because you ate cancer again. Everything, every disease, you are responsible for every last single disease, unless you were born with it, then your parents are. But you are responsible for every last single disease that you put in your body, including the flu virus. A virus is a microscopic organism that gets inside your cell and it eats the energy of your cell before you even get the energy. Excuse me, before your cell even gets the energy. It eats the energy of your cell. So a virus is a parasite. Okay? A virus is a parasite. It has to eat that energy from the cell. You are the host that has the cells, and it is a parasite. So viruses can be killed as well. You have to make sure that you're not feeding the virus, and the virus only enters your body because you are not exercising and you're not eating the right thing, because viruses love anaerobic environments. Anaerobic environments is anti-oxygen environments, or oxygen depleted environments, or environments that lack oxygen. So viruses can be killed as well. So I'm saying it's 99% of people have parasites. Okay, 99% of people, because of, it's by design, because of the pyramid that was designed, and the farmers wanted to capitalize off of animals. Okay, so when you eat an animal, any animal, I don't care if you cook it, and then a lot of times, sometimes you accidentally eat uncooked food. You are not perfect. Okay, I accidentally went to a specific restaurant and took a bite into the food, and it was uncooked. One of my friends was a new cooker, and she decided to cook for us, and the meat was uncooked. We ate it, and we were like, oh my God, this meat is uncooked, so we had to recook it. But still, some of that food got inside my body, and I know this is everybody's experience, you know. So you're not immune. You're not immune. I've been said this. I got this recently off the internet, but I've been said this. I'm sure they saw that video and put that on there. Okay, so this actually is coming off of healingdaily.com. I don't know if you can see those small prints up there. Okay, who's saying some authorities feel the figure may be as high as 95%. I'm saying it's about 99%. Okay, people got parasites. Okay, the immediate question that comes to people's minds when they become informed of this situation is, how can a parasite possibly live in my body? I don't even know it's there. The answer to this is simple. The nature of a parasite is not to make itself known. I mean, duh, it's a parasite. Okay, a smart parasite lives without being detected, because if it is detected, of course, something is going to be done to eradicate it. Okay, parasites are clever in their ability to survive and reproduce, which is, of course, the purpose of any organism on this planet. Survive and reproduce. That's all it does. Survive, eat, have feces, and reproduce. Okay, that's all it is. Okay, so it's saying, if you were to get tested by a doctor for parasites, chances are the results will come back negative. I'm reading right here. Don't know if you can see that. Okay, so for those of you who think you are just way too smart for Supreme Goddess Ayatri Aaliyah, they're saying it might come back negative. Okay, chances are. Does this mean with certainty that you do not have parasites? Unfortunately, medical testing procedures only catch about 20% of actual cases of parasites. 20%, that means 80% of them are not caught. Okay? there exists over 1,000 species of parasites which can live in your body. And I'm going to tell you, like I told you on the previous video, they actually evolve too. Okay, so if you playing with them and you're like, I'm just going to get anything that I see on the website, you playing with them and stuff, they're just going to evolve. You're not getting the top, you're not getting the 10 type of detox, and you playing with them, they're just going to evolve. If you think that, oh, well, you know, I'm going to detox myself, then I'm going to go back to eating animal flesh, what's going to happen is you're going to get worse. First of all, you're going to get sick. Okay? Then the parasites are going to get worse, and they are going to be even smarter. Okay? They'll be even smarter. And a lot of times, 21-day parasite cleanse, I have that up there because I'm trying to make it as affordable as possible. I know some people charge $600 or more, you know, but that ain't gonna cut it. And I'm going to get into why that's not gonna cut it. I'm writing myself a note, make sure I remember, because it's a lot of stuff to be running through my head. But let me tell you something. However, tests are available approximately. Okay, so the tests are only available for 40 to 50 types. There are over 1,000. Okay, but only 40 to 50 types are recognized through the test. This means that physicians are only testing for about 5% of the parasites and missing 80%. Okay, I don't know where they get this, because that's 95%. Actually, I don't know where they get 80% of those which are present. This brings the ability to clinically find parasites down to 1%. Once you determine that you do have parasites, taking drugs to get rid of them may not always work. This is because a drug will often drive a parasite from one organ of the body to another. A lot of not a lot, but some people, the people that I've built with, they say, oh, you know, I got swollen lymph nodes now. This is because the parasite detox is being taken, and then it's not being taken, and then possibly not. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but possibly you might be eating packaged foods or meat. I don't know. I'm not in your home. So let's talk about packaged foods. Packaged foods that are readily available to be eaten have microscopic organisms that when enter into your body, they are either going to feed the parasites or they're going to become parasites. And the reason why I say that is because anytime you have a piece of food, and there's one bar that I really absolutely love, it's all fruit. I don't eat it anymore because I was actually getting parasites inside, because my parasites, when I got them, they were really smart. So what they did was they went straight to the head, to my hair, and started living there. Okay? And the way I knew is because, you know, they were actually making hair fall out. So that's how I actually knew. So anything that is packaged, such as a granola bar or a fruit bar, that you readily eat and you don't heat up, because it's supposed to just be eaten without being heated up, that's going to have parasites in it because it's in an anaerobic environment. And much like you see mold grow on bread just randomly, okay, that's the same thing that happens in a microscopic way with fruit bars and granola bars and things of that nature, that is in an anaerobic environment that's been sealed. Okay, you should never seal things. That's another myth, is that we should always put a lid over things. When you do that, you create parasites or bacteria or mold or fungus. You create microscopic organisms that if you eat them, they will evolve into parasites inside your body. You'll be a host for them. So anything packaged, I always insist that you stay away from them. Stay away from packaged foods, because you think you're getting a quick snack, but you're getting some parasites, or you're actually feeding the parasites. So, like this is saying, the drug will often drive a parasite from one organ of the body to the other. It's going to a place where you don't get that much blood flow, or there's not any large veins. There might be little tiny blood vessels, but not very much large veins, and they are hiding because parasites only want to survive. They're very smart. Okay. Okay, so also I want to let you know, like, there are many different forms of parasites. Okay, so you have your virus, and then you have your actual microorganisms that is eating your through your blood, so it's sucking blood off of you. And then you have the parasites inside your intestines that is actually eating your food before you do. Okay, so it could eat undigested food, or it can just suck your blood and get your nutrients that way. Get its nutrients that way before you do. Okay, or it can live inside of your cell, and it can eat the energy from that cell. That's something really serious right there. That is just really terrible, you know, to have an actual virus, because that is just that's the worst parasite that you can have. Okay, some of them they cause all kinds of symptoms. Okay, so I want to talk about the symptoms. The symptoms can be hearing loss, paralysis of the face, heart complications, joint pain, painful joints, long-term physiological complications, insomnia, and flu-like symptoms. It says eliminate the parasites you almost certainly have. Okay. A lot of you don't think you got parasites. A lot of you thinking that you're actually going to the store and you're getting rid of parasites. So also let's talk about let's talk about what they can do. Okay, despite them, I'm reading still from Healing Daily, despite their being invisible, small parasites can be dangerous. Microscopic parasites can get into your joints and eat the calcium lining of your bones. Okay, this is coming from people who have joint pain, who have difficulties walking, and have anything dealing with their bones. Okay, it's not old age. You have parasites, because we don't age. So if you see someone who is a natural health healer that is old looking, or obese, or even too skinny, they are a fraud. Just gonna call it like I see it. They're a fraud. Okay? So people who are real natural health healers are the picture of health. They don't have to ever go to a doctor ever again, because they know how to use the herbs. And they don't even catch viruses and illnesses, because a lot of times the animals get sick. Okay, you eat the animal flesh and you get sick. That's why there's a nationwide epidemic of the flu virus. and not just you being sick on your own. When you go into that emergency room, it's filled with people with the same sickness because y'all ate the same meat that was infected with the flu virus. Virus means parasite. Okay? And if it's a virus, it's inside of the cell eating the energy of the cell. Okay? So I'm almost questioning whether or not it's a virus, the flu virus. But actually, I don't want to question that. We know it's a parasite in one form or another. It's causing you all kinds of symptoms, and you need to kill it with the #1 detox. Is what you need to kill it with. Okay? So let's talk about, okay, and also this can lead to arthritis tendencies. So a lot of our older people think that arthritis comes with age. No, your parasites have accumulated, they've reproduced, they got smarter, and now you have your parasites in areas that young people don't have them in because they just acquired the parasites. So your parasites are a whole lot older than the younger generation. Okay? So I remember the old saying, don't get with an older man because he has worms. Don't know where my friends got that information from, but it's a old wives' tale. Okay? Don't get with an older guy. I had a lot of friends that were just not like me. Gonna keep it simple. They were not like me, so they knew all these weird things that I didn't know. But arthritis is not an old age disease. Okay? It is your parasites reproducing in areas that are not what they don't reproduce in. Well, they gotten a lot smarter because they're a lot older than, let's say, a baby or a toddler or a teenager or whatever, like a younger person. Okay, they're a lot older, so they're now in areas of your body. They found these areas all of a sudden because they might have even been happy in some areas, and so they reproduce so much. And I think I tried to look up the age, like what's the life cycle of parasites. I never found that, but it's quite possible their parasites can live as long as you. It's quite possible. I don't doubt it. All I want to do is make sure that you kill the parasites. Okay, so let's kill all these myths. Okay. Also, let's talk about MS. Because there's a brother out there who let his friend suffer from MS. I had to block him because I'm just pleading with him. Like, why are you letting him suffer from MS? Okay? When you could go to my store, you already have the recommendations that I've given you, but you want to let him suffer. Okay? This type of person does have recessive genes in his family. He is completely dark skinned with straight hair. Okay? And he's gonna let his friend suffer from MS. Hopefully his friend finds this video. This is why I be telling y'all to share the video and like the video, because you don't know who this video could be helping. Because when I read this paper, because some of y'all, see, in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm your sister. Why am I going to tell you anything wrong? But in your mind, some of your minds, not all, some of your minds need to hear it from an inferior recessive gene Caucasoid and their information. Because of the programming. You watch too much television, you turn that stuff off, and movies too. So you think that your sister, picture of health, you think that she's gonna be lying to you, or you need somebody else to tell you. Not even proof, because I'm giving you proof, but you need somebody else telling you. So I'm going to get into that as well as those migraine headaches, okay? Any type of headache, any type of thing that you got that you didn't normally have, you know, when you were born. I forgot what else someone had. What was it that they had? They had paralysis of the face, but I can't remember what they called it. But they actually think that it was hereditary because the mom had it first. It's not hereditary. You're eating the same things that mom ate, so you're more likely to get it because you're eating the exact same thing that mom ate. Okay, and so those parasites, also parasites can communicate too, telepathically can communicate with your brain, and you could have gotten some parasites transferred from mom to child. So those parasites have the same DNA and the same knowledge to survive and know where to go. Okay, so let's get into what healthydaily.com is saying. They can also eat the protein coating of your nerves, the myelin sheath, which is the part of the it's the neurons. It's a part of the neurons in the brain, the myelin sheath, and this can cause a disruption in the nerve signal from the brain. Also, people who got anxiety, and people who got epilepsy, seizures and stuff, it's a parasite. Okay, now a lot of you, it's like, I'm thinking, like I said, you trust your sister. I'm telling you, get on this for 90 days. But y'all thinking that y'all healed and stuff. And yeah, I do have the healing energy, but you don't know if you're continuously, if you're eating packaged foods such as canned spaghetti sauce and all of that, you don't know what's in that stuff. And so I'm urging you to continue on your detox. The many people who have come to me with epilepsy and neural disorders, neurodegenerative disorders, continue, because the number one cause of all disease is parasites. And I don't know how to emphasize that enough. I don't know why you need someone else to tell you. Yes, I do. It's all by design. But the thing is, when I tell you something, please just do it. You know, I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. Just do it. What are you waiting for? You know, you're waiting for a inferior caucasoid to tell you? It's just a shame. It's just a real shame. So I don't have to read any of this stuff. I'm just reading it for your sake because I love you. Okay? And so I need for you to know this stuff. I need for you to make sure that if you don't believe me the first time, maybe you'll believe me the second time. Okay, I'm not playing games, okay? You're playing games with your health, and it's going to eventually kill you. And the thing is, I'm here to heal you. Those who want to be healed. I'm not going to force feed healing to you. But apparently you need some extra help. So I'm helping you. So what it says is they can eat the protein coating of your nerves and myelin sheath, which is your neurons. Those are the cells that transmit information to all parts of your body. Okay? And this can cause a disruption in the nerve signal from the brain. One type of parasite which infects the colon can also be found in the liver, the lungs, and the brain. and is often transmitted via contaminated food or water. Let's discuss this, because the thing is, people walking around here thinking that they don't got parasites in the brain. People walking around thinking they don't got parasites in the heart. People walk around thinking they don't got parasites in the eyes. Got parasites travel through the blood. They are microscopic. They travel and they do all sorts of harm that then the inferior names it something else. But whatever, I don't care what name that the inferior cockazoid give you, it is still a parasite. They can name it stroke, heart attack, they can name it migraine, they can name it menstrual cramps, they can name it painful labor, giving birth, they can name it colitis, they can name it cancer. I don't care what they name these microscopic organisms. It is going to be a parasite, okay? It is going to be a parasite, okay? And a lot of times, what you have on the shelves of your grocery store is a laxative. It eliminates waste. It does not kill parasites, okay? The things you see on the internet, they're going to be a number one. If you're looking at foods, certain foods that I see is like 1s, 2s, 5s, 6s, and 7s. You know, not the number one top parasite cleanser, okay? I don't see that. I don't see my parasite detox on the website at all, because you can't find it on there. Okay, it's the number one. Okay, I only deal with super herbs. So let's talk about it being contaminated in water. Okay, on a lot of farms, I can show you pictures of how, if you buy my book, I can show you how historically, and this is still in the recessive inferior gene cockazoid DNA, how they don't like to bathe, they don't like cleanliness, they have sex with the animals, and so on and so forth. Water, we look at a farm, okay? We look at a farm. They tell you on the vegetables it's been pre-washed, okay? Thinking that you shouldn't wash it. And let's talk about the water. What's more, even if you do wash it, what are you getting from the faucet? You're getting bleach. You're getting feces, water that's been poured. That bleach has been poured on. Okay, okay. So that's what you're getting out of your faucet. Okay, because if everybody remembers, on Messenger, I messaged everybody what was messaged to me, because I couldn't even believe it. I was like, this is really, really ridiculous. So when I found out it just makes sense. Okay, then you got these animals, they use in the bathroom, okay, and somehow the water on the farms get contaminated with feces, okay? Then they clean whatever vegetable they're selling you and saying it's pre-washed, and it could still get E. coli, which is what? A microorganism found in human or animal feces. It can still get salmonella, which is what? Thank you for the hearts. Salmonella is a microorganism found in human or animal feces. So we're talking about feces infection. You can't have a microorganism just by itself. Somehow feces got into the water or on the food, and that's how you got salmonella and E. coli. That's why one year they had an E. coli broke out on spinach. Why? Because that farm let the animals somehow use the bathroom and it contaminated the water. Where they said it was pre-washed, it was actually pre-washed with infected water. Okay? Now, there are laws governing this world, and the recessive gene follows some of the laws. So, if you see some spring water that's sourced and has been ozonated, get that. Everybody asks me what water I drink. I drink what's there, but it has to be from nature. It cannot be from a laboratory. Okay, and they do make water from, me and my brother watch PBS and we watched them make fake rain. Okay, within like a, it was like a aquarium, not aquarium, but yeah, aquarium, fish tank. Okay, it was like in a fish tank and they made fake rain. So some of that stuff is fake water, like man-made, not man-made, troglodyte-made water. So you want to stay away from that, okay? Also, you can figure out ways to distill your own water or clean your own water. Some of you men, you are the walking libraries of this world. You need to be doing your job, the right job, and stop reading all these books that have zero things to do with what's happening right now. Flint still doesn't have water. Why? How many men is there in this world? I know there's about 7.6 billion of us. Half of them are men. You're not doing the counting. Don't tell me that there's more men than women. Don't tell me anything. Do your own counting, then let me know. Okay? And then I'm still going to be thinking about what's your method. What is your, not method, but what is your motive as to telling me this? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, go out there and do your own research. Okay? Don't tell me that. So anyway, like I said, y'all need to be figuring that stuff out. Because I'm doing my job as a woman. I'm not going into y'all lane as a man. They teach us to do that too. They teach us to try to do every little thing the men do. I'm not about to do that because, first of all, it's harder for me to be always using the left side of my brain. You know, I don't feel like doing all that. And you know, even in school, I was just like, dang it. And then sometimes I would get bored. You know, a lot of times I would get bored. But anyway, Flint still doesn't have clean water, and there's at least 3 billion men on this planet. It's unacceptable. Because, like I said in another post, if I was there, guess what? If I was a man, I'm not a man, but I'm just thinking out loud. To me, that is genocide. And that constitutes protecting yourself. So I will find any stream. They got streams in Flint. Okay? Any stream, I would dig for water, dig wells, even pipes, maybe even. I'm not a man, but I'm thinking out loud. But I know that I will be supplying my people with water somehow. And I will protect it with guns. Because that is your freaking right. Okay? So, it will be protected with guns. And I will make sure that my people got water. That's your job as a man. My job as a woman is doing what I'm doing right now. Okay? Creating reality for you. And making sure, because we are, not only are we physical, but we're spiritual. And then we abide by the laws of the universe and the energies of the universe. So if we get your physical right, okay, your physical, with, and especially your pineal gland, holds your soul. Your pineal gland is the seat of the soul. We get your physical right, your soul is going to pick up not only on information, well, your soul picks up information anyway, but is able to convey those information to you more freely. So we want to make sure your body's correct, because we got to get your mind correct first. That's why I'm giving you knowledge. So we get your mind correct, then we get your body correct, we get you summertime fly, then you are able to pick up information from the source of creation and get your soul correct and unite with me. Not nobody else, with me, because y'all getting this information from me. I don't need copycats, because you're going to get punished. And when I say copycats, I'm talking about people who don't have their purpose, their life purpose, or they might have a life purpose, but they look at me and they say, oh, she's doing that, let me do what she's doing. No, it's levels to this. I'm not just doing this. I'm repeating this because sometimes I get upset, you know, and I can't help but get upset, okay? Because people I pour my knowledge and help to people, and then they text me, oh, I'm about to do this, oh, I'm about to do that. What part of the game is that? You know, where you get all this knowledge from me, you get all my help, and then you go this way, this route. Or then you try to say, oh, well, I want to do that too. Teach me what you know. It's levels, you know, and like I said, I used to give freely, and guess what? I was punished. Can't give freely no more. For breaking news, for those of you who don't know, I cannot give freely anymore. I've done it. A lot of people got hurt, and then my heart was broken. So I can't give freely anymore. It's heartbreaking to give to you. I love giving, but some of you are users. So I cannot give freely anymore. I'm going to just let you know it's to your detriment, because you're a natural user, or you have been programmed because you watch too much television to be a mean person or a user. And it's going to just only be to your detriment, sometimes even deadly. And I repeat, sometimes even deadly. Not joking. So you need to make sure that you do the right thing and stop copycat. Alright? Come together. Unite with me. Don't copy me. Because you have a purpose just like I do. Alright? So some parasites can be seen with the naked eye. Those are the larger parasites. And then some cannot. Parasites secrete toxins. Okay? I don't care if you think you're perfect. Make sure that you take precautions to kill your parasites, because they secrete toxins. I'm still reading from healingdaily.com. Okay, I already said this in a video. None of y'all got that. Some of you are new. I love my new followers, and thank you so much for adding me. I love you and I appreciate you. Some of you are gone because you think you know everything, or you eat fish. After so many years of following me and you still eating fish, you're gone. So, third thing that parasites do is secrete. All organisms secrete something. If it eats, it's going to secrete feces inside your body. It's going to show up as either eczema, rash. It's going to show up as acne, nasty looking skin. Some of you brothers got oily, nasty oily type skin. Well, when I look at you, I know that you're a meat eater, and it's entirely unattractive. I don't care how fine you are. I saw some fine brothers in Atlanta, and they came to talk to me and stuff, and it's just like, you eat meat. I'm unattracted to that. I don't like that. And then I'm not trying to change nobody either. That's another thing I'm not trying to do. I'm not trying to change nobody. So it's just like, yuck. I can't help it. It's yuck. That's on you. You need to work on yourself. All this information out here, you better try to do something. So anyway, all organisms secrete something, whether it be lubricants, waste material, protective liquids for warding off viruses, bacteria, and other harmful organisms, or secretions to help attract food. No matter what the secretion is, the secretions can be a toxin to the host organism. Simply put, the secretions from parasites into our bodies are poisons and toxins, which our bodies are forced to deal with by increasing the process of detoxification. That doesn't always happen for everybody, because then things start shutting down because you still got parasites. You didn't kill them. Okay, as anyone who has ever maintained an aquarium knows ammonia is extremely toxic. If you have ever had fish, you know that ammonia is extremely toxic. Yet it is one of the gases excreted by parasites living within human and animal hosts. Okay? And a chronic parasitic infection secreting even low levels of toxins can create an extremely strained immune system, which may allow varied health problems to develop. Okay? When the immune system is strained over a long period of time, it of course becomes weak. When the immune system is weak, our bodies become susceptible to infections of all kinds. This can be extremely a dangerous situation in this day and age, because we are exposed to more viruses than ever before. A lot of these diseases are new. Cancer is new. Diabetes is new. Your liver shutting down, getting on dialysis, that's new. Our ancestors didn't have all this stuff. Our ancestors didn't have this. You know, that stuff is new. So, what we need to realize, another thing is that these animals are getting sick. So what happens? The recessive inferior gene person says, I want to shoot up these animals with antibodies. I want to give this animal some shots. So what they do, they give the animal shots. And then what happens when they give the animal shots and you eat it? Okay? Another thing they do is it wants to make more money. So what happens? It needs more milk production. It needs more egg production. And keep in mind, I've said this time and time again. I know some of y'all getting tired of me saying this, but for the new people, please be patient. But all of the animals that we eat are female. Okay? Too much female hormones in a man is bad. Too much female hormones in a woman is bad. Okay? So all these female animals, the cow is the girl. It's a girl, and then the bull is the male. Okay? The cow is female and the bull is the male. So we don't eat the bull. We eat the cow. The chicken is the female and the rooster is the male. We don't eat roosters. We eat chickens. Okay? And so with those two examples, what they do, since they want more milk, is they actually pump the female cow, which is the cow, which is a female, they pump her full of feminine hormones. Same thing with the chicken. They pump the chicken with feminine hormones. Okay? Feminine hormones. And so when a woman gets too much feminine hormones, she catches cancer, cervical cancer and breast cancer. Okay? Too much female hormones. When a male gets it, what does he get? Breasts. So our brother with breasts, and I was just like his other parts of his body was like ripped, but he had breasts. And it's like, brother, why you say, are you like in complete denial? Like, a lot of stuff is happening right now. A lot of our people are in complete denial, thinking that stuff is normal. Okay? It's not normal. It's not normal to have breasts as a man. It's not normal to have a small penis as a man. If you are a melanin rich man, that's not normal. Okay? It's not normal to be impotent by the age of 22 or 23 or 25. That stuff is not normal. And it creates an imbalance. And not only does it create an imbalance, but it creates a rift in our male and female relationships. Okay? Because a man has certain duties and certain purposes on this earth, and a female has certain duties and certain purposes on this earth. Okay? It's the law of gender. Alright? And so that stuff is not normal. Okay? So thank you. I am teaching. Thank you. It's my purpose on earth. But that stuff is not normal. And the brother was ripped. Like I said, I took a picture of him. I'm not finna bust him out, but he was ripped. I do teach classes, so in private classes, yes, on my goddess classes, which I have almost forgot to invite people. It's going to be starting in September. I am adding, if you have daughters and you want them to be unbrain polluted, okay, you want them to break the chains, okay, the mental chains, you want them to have more balance, I'm going to allow you, because a lot of brothers in 2015 was asking me if I had classes for their daughters. I'm going to add classes for their daughters, okay? It's going to be in the form of video. I don't have time to do classes anymore like that, but it's going to be in form of video. Don't be expecting it to be live. So that's what I'm going to be offering people, and we're going to get that together. But brothers are thinking that certain things are normal. It's just not. I'm not going to pretend, and what I'm going to do is heal it. It's why I have over 100 plus herbs, okay? Because we need balance. Just like these parasites want survival, I want survival for us as well. Can't have survival if our brothers are having low sperm count because they're eating female animal flesh that has been pumped with extra female hormones, okay? We have to get better. We have to get better. So, because all this is just another war. It's just a bomb that's been dropped on us. I'm just here to make you see all these bombs that's being dropped on us so we can protect ourselves from being bombed. Y'all think that the bombing ended with Black Wall Street? Y'all must be kidding yourselves. The bombing took a different form, and there's still bombing going on, which that's why I say what I say, and it's why I do what I do when it comes to creating this reality and making sure that the inferior people know that they are inferior, because their whole mentality and attitude has been taken from us, okay? So I'm making sure that this sun, the earth, is moving closer to the sun. The Sirius star system is moving close, because that is our nature, is our weapon. The closer we become one with nature in the form of eating what we are designed to eat, and it's not vampirism, it's not blood, it's not flesh, it is the fruits and the vegetables. You need to figure it out. I don't care. I mean, you have to figure it out, okay? You got to figure it out. You can't be sitting. I hear a lot of baby complaints. People need to be a grown woman and a grown man. I say this out of love. I'm just gonna, like, my Sagittarius is coming out. Y'all gotta forgive me, but y'all gotta be a mature adult. You have to be. You can't play around with your body. There's zero playing around. Like I said, wake or die. There's zero playing around. People keep on coming to me with stuff, and Like I said, they keep on asking me, is we going to see this in our lifetime? Yes, we are, because it's wake or die now. And so, anyway, you have to get back to nature. Once you get back to nature, oh my gosh, the chemtrails will part. The sun will part the chemtrails for you, as they do for me. Okay? Gotta get back to nature. You have to let the inferior know, because it's a psychological warfare too. You have to let the inferior troglodyte recessive gene, pale face, stringy hair, light eyes know that it is inferior, because knowing is half the battle. That is our bomb. I'm not here for everybody. I'm not here for the weak. It's pretty Harriet Tubman, baby. Not here for the weak. I'm not here no more to hold your hand. I'm here to give you some information so you can feed yourself, so you can unite with me. United we stand. I'm going to stand anyway, but I don't want to stand alone. Okay, and I don't need no copycats either. Okay, so you have to let them know that they are inferior in every sense of the way. They can't go outside in nature and without something unnatural on their skin. They can't go outside and feel the sun without something unnatural such as sunscreen on their skin. That is a hint, a clue to the entire universe that it is inferior. Okay? This is why it created chemtrails. But if you just go ahead and knock yourself off, you know, you can eliminate a whole bunch of problems. Just die. Let yourself die, okay? Because for the simple fact, the reason why I say this is because it's already 104 years late. You were supposed to do what you was going to do for 6,000 years. 1914, we were supposed to rule again. What you did, instead of letting us rule again, getting us back our earth as earth gods, you created every last single thing possible each year for 104 years to actually serve us our own demise. But it's not going to work, okay? Because we woke now. And the thing is, you are 104. I'm talking to the inferior troglodyte. There's no doubt nosy as hell listening to this. You are 104 years late for your own death. Okay? Because they said, I don't know what you were supposed to do. All I know is that you were unnatural and you did everything possible to continue your life, talking to the inferior troglodyte now. And then what did you do? You created what? Segregation. You created psychology, which was solely designed to separate light skin, classism, as well as racism, okay? Classism and racism. So you created psychology to give us differences, because in psychology I learned hair types, skin types, eye color, all this racist stuff that came from Germany, because Germans were the first ones that created psychology. Okay, so you created all this to, and sizes of the brain, of the head, the skull. You said that our heads were smaller, so we were dumber, but our skin is darker, so we are more what? God. Okay, our skin is darker, so we are more natural. We are original. Okay, so you're inferior. The inferior person I'm talking to, you're inferior, and you need to realize that you're 104 years late of your own death. You created then, because our men were still men, you were raping our men and boys, but they were still being the men that they are. They might have then acquired alcoholism or drugs, but they still were men. So that wasn't good enough for you. So then what did you do? You presented our men to our women and unborn children inside of their bodies on television. You presented our men as faggots, trainees, men dressed up as women, such as Martin Lawrence dressing up as Shanae. And then you presented In Living Color with the men being faggots, okay, playing faggots and stuff. And our brains don't know the difference. Our brains is like computers, and it trusts us to give it the correct information in our natural state. Our brains are not created to decipher right and wrong. Just like the computer, if you program Wikipedia with wrong knowledge, the computer doesn't know if it's wrong. It's not going to say, hey, this programmer just put some misinformation in there. No. Same thing with our brains. Our brains does not tell us, oh, my programmer, which is you, just gave me some misinformation in the form of acting, looking at actors, because your eyes are connected directly to the back of your brain. So your brain is not going to tell you that, your brain is not going to realize that you're giving it wrong information. It's just going to take it as fact, especially when you add the high frequency of laughter to it, like Medea. Okay, you're adding a higher frequency of laughter to it. These babies inside these wombs of these mothers who are watching this accepts it. It's a high frequency that is getting for something that is wrong. The troglodyte inferior caucasoid knows this because it is naturally a hybrid and naturally homosexual, some of them, okay? Some of them even are born with both parts because they're hybrids. Some of them are born with tails because they're hybrids. Some of them are born with horns because they're hybrids. So, what they didn't, it wasn't good enough for them that they were raping people. Then they wanted them to actually, you know, go ahead and trade places with gender, as far as gender is concerned. So, and that is a direct violation of the laws that govern this universe. There's laws. There's a reason why there's a male animal and a female animal. You can't have a dog can't have puppies without a male dog having sex with it. Y'all need to realize that. And when you see misinformation such as women gave birth alone, you need to realize that that is just stupid. Stupid. Because every animal is born with its counterpart. Every animal is born male, female, with the exception of some things that are not mammals. You know, like some worms can have sex asexually. They can have sex, you know, and I mean, they can give off, make itself pregnant, but not humans, not mammals. Okay, 0 mammals can do that. People say, oh, well, look this up and look this up. Hey, I'm not looking nothing up. Look at your brother. Look at your sister. Look at your mother. Look at your sister. Look at your grandmother. Do that. Look them up and ask them how they got pregnant. And you don't know anybody who actually did that. So why are you even bringing that into this creative world, in your creative mind? I've had many arguments with my sisters because they have been so broken by our brothers that they just looking for something to be greater than them. No, you cannot be greater than the man. And the man, I don't care how strong you are, you cannot be greater than the woman, because you are strong in strength. We are strong in other areas. Hence the fact that, and knowledge, you're strong in knowledge too. Hence the fact that all of my intelligent brothers, I'm talking about biological brothers, they all, even though, like, they all suffered the consequences of having baby mamas, quote unquote baby mamas. mothers who are unevolved, who feel like they have been hurt. Because one of my brothers, he has never, ever in his entire life cheated on any female. I'm talking about ever. He and I are 10 months apart. Okay, he's never, ever. Okay, but this sister, she wasn't for him, and she feels hurt that he decided to move on because she wasn't good. So some of you sisters who think that the man is good, I got 2 brothers. All of y'all my sisters. Don't have any biological sisters, but all melanin rich sisters are my sisters. I'm going to stop saying I don't have no sisters. I'm going to say all biological women are my sisters. And sometimes it's the woman's fault. And a lot of times it's the woman's fault because we don't know real astrology and the energies that govern the woman when she was created. We're not figuring out that, hey, who are the people that actually raised her? Was it just one or 2? And which one was it? You know, because if it's a female raised without a mother, she is going to be prone to homosexuality because she never had the feminine side of the mom being there with her. And this is from experience in the youth, with dealing with the youth. I learned that, you know. And then if the sister was born and then she was only raised by the mother, then she has never listened to or have ever been taught by a man. And so what's going to happen if she's never listened to a man as a child and never had to just shut up because you don't have nothing to give to this man, as that's your creator, your father. You have nothing to give to him, no knowledge to give to him. So you just shut up and listen to him. Listen to him tell you how to tie your shoe, ride the bike. Listen to him read to you, okay? If the woman has never experienced that and she's only experienced her brothers, then it's going to be really hard for her to actually have a good communication with you, unless she is certain signs can do that. If you know the real astrology, which is sidereal astrology, okay, certain signs, no matter what, they're just going, they know, you know, they're going to cater to you, okay. And sometimes you don't even want them to cater to you like that. You know, you still want them to have a backbone, which comes from your dad. Dads are the backbones of little girls, okay? So, and it's who I learned a lot from my dad. Like, you seeing half of my mom and half my dad. You know what I'm saying? You're not seeing just solely my mom. You know? You're seeing half and half. So, you need to realize they're not figuring out the women and who they're dealing with. And then, you know, then once you know, then you can accept. You know, you could say, oh, okay, I accept this and I know what I'm dealing with. Okay. So, but if you don't know, then that's when divorce occurs. Okay. So, alright, people with weakened immune system tend to feel tired all the time. Okay, so when I was younger, I had talked about a lot by my family because I was one of those teenagers who would sleep until 12 or 1. But a lot of times, because of certain aspects in my horoscope, I would wake and just listen to them talk about me. Because I would be awake, but I would be bored. There's nothing, like in the summertime, there would be nothing for me to do. And so I would just stay in bed and not get up because I didn't have nothing to do. Plus I didn't have energy. So nothing to do plus energy means I'm just going to stay in bed, you know. And so I did that. And then a lot of times I just had zero energy because when I reconnected with my high school classmates, yeah, they told me about myself. They said that they would call me on the phone to go hang out, and I would still be asleep. And they would be like, what the F word? Why is she still asleep? So, yeah, I was like a chronic sleeper. You know, I had zero energy. Even when I woke up at 1, I still wanted to be in bed till 2 and 3. Sometimes I did stay in bed till 2 and 3, you know. So that's another thing. People with weakened immune systems feel tired all the time, and I could definitely relate to that. And it says, if this sounds like you or someone you know, you may want to seriously consider the possibility of depleting the immune system caused by chronic parasitic infection. Parasites, okay? Parasites. If parasites secrete toxins in the body, which our bodies need to neutralize, and we happen to be one of those people who drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, eat junk food, and breathe polluted air, the stress and the strain on the body's cleansing system can be enough to push the body into what we call toxic overload. Okay, you can have a toxic overload, and toxic overloads cause all kinds of problems. So toxic overload says occurs when the 4 cleansing system of the body has been pushed too far by an overload of toxins in the body. Parasite toxins in the bodies are one more thing a toxic body does not need. There are 4 cleansing systems in the body. That's the lungs, kidneys, skin, and bowels. With toxic, and your lymph nodes cleanse the body as well. And yeah, you have lymph nodes under your arms, and also behind your ears, and you have some on your by your genitals as well, on each side as well, and I believe you have some behind your knees as well. All right, it doesn't say that in here, but anyway, with toxic bowel syndrome, the excess of toxins absorbed from a clogged up bowel goes to the liver. The liver is then overburdened, eventually unable to cope with this toxic load, and the toxins start to spill into the bloodstream. Once this happens, the kidneys, lungs, and skin have to take over the job of cleansing, and they too become challenged in their ability to remain healthy. So you see what I'm saying? When they talk about dialysis, okay, when they talk about acne, when they talk about kidney disease, when they talk about heart disease, all of that, all right? When they talk about asthma, once again, nobody's talking about asthma. Asthma is just a parasitic overload as well. And also, you need to drink more water, okay? So you can clear up asthma with a detox. What are we? What do you mean, what are we? I don't know what you mean by what are we. We as melanin-rich people are earth gods. Now, if you have recessive genes, that means pale skin, stringy hair, and light eyes, you are half rhesus monkey, part Neanderthal, inferior, part troglodyte. Children of the troglodytes is what you are. I don't know who asked me that. It's not telling me who asked me that. But, oh, what are we talking about here? Okay, so we're talking about, that's not fat. Okay, they wasn't showing me everything. So the topic of this video is that's not fat, that's parasites. Okay, So I'm getting from top to bottom what parasites are and how it's not fats. Albinos, okay, albinos are, okay, if they have our features, then yes, they are us. But the recessive gene people that I'm talking about are strategically created. They're hybrids. Okay, these are people that were strategically created in a laboratory. Okay, they are different from the albinos. Okay, people want to say that these part Neanderthal people with half, I repeat, with half animal DNA are the albinos and they're part of us. They're not. And that goes from the Caucasoids to the Mongoloids. Okay, y'all know what Mongoloids are. These are these light-skinned Chinese people, light-skinned Asian people, light-skinned Korean people. I'm talking about them too. I'm talking about the light-skinned Mexican people that are Spaniards and not the real Mexican people, because the real Mexican people look like me and darker. Okay, I'm talking about the Arab people, the light-skinned Arabs, because the real Arab people are dark-skinned people. Okay, I'm talking about the fake Indian people, because the real Indian people from India look like me. I'm talking about the fake Mongoloid Spaniards that call themselves Native American as well, because the real Native American is me. I'm Cherokee. Okay, my grandma, my great-grandma, dark-skinned Cherokee on my grandma's side, my mother's side, and my granddaddy on my mother's dad, my granddaddy, dark-skinned Cherokee. Dark. Not no light, dark. And then yes, we have the Mongoloid, okay, scattered, because that is by design as well, to actually mix with us and decrease our DNA. Okay, so yeah, you know, we do have a mixing, but we're getting back to our original God and Goddess states. Okay. Okay, he said okay. All right, so we're getting back to our original God and Goddess state. So when I talk about troglodytes, I'm not talking about just the Caucasoid. They do the exact. Can y'all see me? I'm Creole too, but let me tell you something. The Creole are the ones that got conquered. Okay. I have Creole in my dad's side. She's dark. My grandmother is dark skinned Creole though. Okay. Dark skinned Creole. Okay. So she's dark skinned Creole, and one brother tried to tell me that that's Haitian too, but then I actually met my Haitian soul sister. She told me no, there is a different dialogue. And those are the ones, the Haitians actually are the ones who, okay, then green eyes means that you have some European, because this is what she was telling me. Creole people actually got conquered, okay, by the French. The Haitians did not. And it's a different area, and it's a different, they don't even speak the same dialect. So, and she said that Haitians is dark. There's zero French people that are Haitians, whereas Creole, they can be any color. They can be light, they can be the troglodytes, or they can be dark skinned. See, my grandmother was dark skinned. I'm talking about really dark skinned. So there was no mixing with her, but her husband, which is my granddaddy, he is he's indigenous American, and he's light skinned, and his mother looks like the Mongoloid. Like, she looks full-blooded. My daddy said the picture in their room looks like his mother, which is my grandfather, which is my great-grandmother. I'm going to say my great-grandmother on my dad's side, and his father's side. She looked full-blooded Mongoloid is what he was saying, okay? He said his exact words is she looked full-blown Indian, but we know that he meant Indigenous American, and then he didn't even mean the real Indigenous American. He meant the ones that are Mongoloid. So yeah, Creole with green eyes. Green eyes is always going to mean, you know, it's cute. It's going to mean that there's, if you're Creole, there's some French, like the Caucasoid French is in you as well. Okay, so and I'm not trying to talk about people. It's just a simple fact, you know, like in a lot of people's DNA. But when you elevate it and then you select a mate who has stronger DNA, then you can do better, you know. But I have woolly hair, yeah. So yeah, again, the green eyes is not the dominant gene. It's a little bit recessive. The more you get away from dark brown and black hair, then you're looking at some recessive genes, even though you have woolly hair. It's just one thing that still traveled to you in your DNA, and then, like I said, you just have to pick a mate that has more dominant genes, because I know in our community we think they change. Yeah, my exes changed color too. I had an ex that had the different color eyes that changed color. It's still, I mean, we are programmed to think it's cute, but it's still scientifically, biologically, it's more recessive than the brown eyes. The browner the eye, the darker the eye, the more dominant. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Any more questions? All right. So toxic overload is what we're talking about. Okay. So asthma. I was talking about asthma, from hazel brown to green to light bluish. Okay. His did hazel, brown, and green, but never light bluish. So yeah. What does that say about me, sis? Okay, well, it says that, like I said, there's some part in you, if you're Creole, then you have the Caucasoid French in you, in your DNA somewhere. Okay, that's a recessive gene. That's not a dominant. You know, it's fun to look at, and it's you know, we think it's cute because it's different colors. But again, like biologically, that just means that there, like I said, there's some recessive genes. That's a recessive genes. What does that say? I mean, as a person, you have to figure out what you are as a person, though. If you're a great person, then you're a great person. It's not saying anything bad about you. I know a lot of people, because I'm very vocal, I don't have like a filter, because my moon is Sagittarius. There's zero filter. And so I want y'all to know, I have to remind y'all, like when I say stuff, it's out of love. Ain't no, like, I love y'all. I love y'all people. Yeah, I love my people. Like I said, I love my people. When I say stuff, it's just keeping it 1,000. I'm gonna tell y'all, like one of my sisters, my best friend in college, she decided to not eat pork. She didn't tell none of us that she wasn't gonna eat pork and stuff. You know, we didn't even know why. You know, and I feel like she should have said something about it. She started dating a man who was Muslim, and she decided not to eat pork. She didn't even tell us. So I feel like, you know, going off experience, you know, everything I'm telling you, I will want you to know. Now, some people do have Caucasoid grandmothers, Caucasoid grandfathers. Now, am I talking about you as my brother and sister? Thank you. Yes, I am. Am I talking about you, my brother and sister? Hell no. Hell no. Because I still love you. You know? Now, you have to figure out whether or not you want to get on this high frequency. Because some of y'all, I'm not saying all, but I'm going to keep it 1,000. Some of y'all is on the lowest vibrational frequency, and y'all sitting up here in denial. You know? And I'm just keeping it real. Y'all need to be really real with yourselves and wake up. And you know, some of that stuff, like I said, y'all need to wake up on, you know, because y'all on a lower vibrational frequency. All I ask of my people who have mixed heritage, some of them are dark like me. Some of them are darker than me. All I ask is that you trust your sister. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. Just because you, and the thing is, just because you got somebody, how do I get on this? I'm teaching you right now, you got to get your body right, okay? You got to get your mentality about your body right, and then you got to get your body right, okay? You got to detox, okay? And I do provide the detox for you. The number one detox, this is what I'm here for, providing you the number one detox in the community, okay? So that's what I'm doing, and I'm teaching you right now how to get on that frequency. For me, it was an avalanche of knowledge. Every time I got on a little bit higher, I was initiated. The ancestors will initiate you. Wasn't no person initiating me. The ancestors will initiate you, and then you get a little bit higher, okay? You will know when you get there, because then you can say, like myself, I can say I'm Supreme Goddess. Don't see nobody else saying that, and they can't say it with confidence, and they can't prove it either, and they can't come up with this information that I'm coming up with, okay? Such as, that's not fat, that's parasites, and I'm going to continue. How much is it? Okay, I will give you the website, or well, you could do it. The website is right on my Facebook page. You can go there and you can click on the link, has the globe on it. That's my website, and you could purchase, because there's many detoxes, okay? So there, now what I do recommend is the number one detox. If you're starting off, I put that at a price I think is fair, reasonable, and affordable, okay? And it's the number one detox. A lot of people, some people don't have the number one detox and charging $600. So I put that on there out of love for my people. You're very welcome. Out of love for my people. And I'm putting myself in my people's shoes, okay? When I think about health, okay, I put myself in your shoes, and I treat you like I would want to be treated. So it breaks my heart when people think that I'm talking about their relatives. I'm gonna tell you, you got all this protection for your relatives. They don't have the same protection for you. Not the exact same, because you are, yeah, you can look it up. I mean, people with severe illnesses that I cure severe illnesses. They're going to other people and they're charging them more. Yeah, they're charging them, and that's just one price. I didn't tell you how much it can range into. That's just one price I'm quoting you. So yeah, but yeah, people who think I'm talking about them, no. I'll tell you my grandmother's story. My grandmother, she drank since the age of 6. And she had a grandmother, my grandmother had a grandmother who looked Caucasian, okay? We don't know if she was Caucasian or if she was a Mongoloid, because my grandmother is from Mississippi, so she's gonna say, you know, Caucasian, and it could be a Mongoloid posing as a indigenous American. But she was racist against them because they were my, yes, you can send it through PayPal, Coppered Aboriginals with the S. Okay, you can go to paypal.me/Coppered Aboriginals with an S. You can go to the website and it'll show you my PayPal. There's a link to click on it. Okay, there's a link to click on it so you can pay through PayPal. You absolutely can. Yep. If you want, in my inbox, you can inbox me what you want. Go to the website, inbox me what you want. I can send you out an invoice, a really clear, clean invoice, and you could pay that way, where I send you out an invoice. But yes, you could definitely just pay through PayPal as well. Make sure you add the shipping and handling at the bottom of the screen. It'll tell you your full amount of the purchase, and not just the purchase. There is shipping and handling involved as well. If you need a payment plan, I do that as well. For people who want the optimal health, maybe they want a vitamin powder, the super vitamin powder, and maybe they want the detox as well. Maybe they want some female herbs or some male herbs as well, and they want to put it on a payment plan. You can put it on a payment plan. Tell me which one you want shipped to you. I'll ship the one to you. Of course, I'm going to recommend the #1 detox, because you need to detox your body of the parasites. They're showing up in all different forms. Okay, you have the money, that's fine. I'm just saying, for other people who might be struggling, what I also do is, like I said, I offer employment. I said that earlier on the video. I offer employment where you can get your herbs that way. Okay. I am also campaigning for a sister who actually had 1,000% of the money, but she chose to okay, all right, you can go ahead and send it. But this is talking to other people who are just joining us. But yeah, she decided to doubt her sister, and then 1,000% of the funds went to someone else, you know. But anyway, we're campaigning for her, and if you go to my GoFundMe and you donate, we'll make sure that she gets her herbs to her. If you feel like, you know, you want to do that, you want to get rid of some bad karma. Okay. Oh, thank you. I've been sunbathing. That's why my skin tone is like this, because I was really getting tired of the yellow skin. I need the sun. Sun actually produces vitamin D for you too. So the cholesterol in your skin, because you have natural cholesterol, I was going to talk about that too. You have natural cholesterol in your skin that actually transforms into the hormone that is famously known as vitamin D. So that's one of the ways you can get vitamin D is through the sun, naturally. And then you eat the green grass too. Not the green grass, but the green plants too, because everything that gets vitamin D. Aw, thank you. Everything. Thank you for my compliments. I appreciate that. But everything that gets the vitamin D, like the milk and stuff, the cows eat the grass. You can eat something green with the chlorophyll and get your vitamin D that way as well. And plus, the vitamin D, once it gets to the ultraviolet rays lights of the cooler, then it kills the vitamin D anyway. So you best just go outside and get some vitamin D. I was talking about my grandmother, for those who are kind of hurt about me talking about the Caucasoid. Not talking about you, because like I said, my grandmother, she would tell me these stories when she drank, because she drank only if you feed me. Feed you what? I'm feeding you knowledge right now. So, but anyway, she said that her grandmother was racist against her, because my grandmother was darker skinned. She wasn't dark skinned, but she was like, she went from light skin to like my complexion when she got older. Okay. I'm not gonna go there, because I don't even know you. So, but anyway, like I said though, so I do have people in my family who were racist against the other people in my family because they were darker. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. And see that, with your light color eyes and stuff, see the things that you're saying right now, and because you don't know me, that right there is something you have to fight against, because really that's not really natural to be telling people stuff like that, especially when they're doing a live and we're talking about, you know, getting our brothers and sisters summertime fly. Okay, nobody really, okay, I'm not gonna say that, but you're talking to I'm a stranger to you. So you're talking to a stranger and you're saying those things. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to frequency. That is not a higher vibrational frequency to say that. So that's something when you have recessive genes in your system, that's something you have to fight against all the time. You know, those recessive gene thoughts of the caucasoid, the inferior caucasoid. You fight against that all the time. Okay? And so now thank you. I'm not talking about you. I'm trying to make you aware, you know, because talking about it, then it makes us more aware. So yeah, like people who, like, when I say stuff and then they, you know, all that poking and stuff, that tells me they got some recessive genes inside their body, and they're on a lower vibrational frequency. Okay, so don't want anybody's feelings to get hurt, but just want to make you aware. So like I said, your liver is then overburdened eventually and unable to cope with all these toxins from the parasites, and so the toxins start to spill into the bloodstream. I want to tell you, I'm not impressed with burdock root. That is not an impressive herb to me. Dandelion root is not burdock root, and dandelion root and milk thistle are herbs for people who are already healthy, because they are not super herbs, and I'm not impressed by them at all. The number one detox will clean your entire system out of parasites. Burdock root is not going to kill parasites. Dandelion root is not going to kill parasites. Milk thistle root is not going to kill parasites. I'm zero impressed by them. It kind of is human nature, but the thing is, okay, when it comes to compliments, there's certain compliments that are because you are a male and I'm a female, but then there's certain compliments you need to become fully vegan, okay? Because I still don't respect you if you're vegetarian. I just don't, especially with all this knowledge. And so I want you to look at this video from front to back, okay? Fish, I don't respect that, okay? Like I said, that is an animal flesh, and like I said, now the thing is, I'm going to be totally honest with you too, regarding people. Some people, they do have a certain amount of recessive genes that they too are like the caucasoid. Okay, so they too are like the caucasoid. Okay, so you have to eat meat too. Some of y'all have to eat meat too. Okay, because you're like the caucasoid. But I'm here for the people who are the earth gods. Okay, so if you are an earth god, or you want to get to your earth god status, I'm loving this. So if you want to get to your earth god status and you are an earth god, please continue to watch. Please continue to follow me. Okay? Please continue to watch. Please continue to follow me, because I'm going to get you there. I'm going to get you there. So, like I said, I was telling him, you know, like if you know, certain things, like I said, certain compliments are good, and then certain compliments offend me as a woman. I'm just like offended because I don't know you. Like, seriously. So the things that offend me, you know that those probably are coming from the recessive side of you. Okay, so that's how you know you have recessive genes. Okay, and as I was stating about the liver detoxes, take the number one detox, because thank you for taking your time to teach. This is my mission 1000%. There's no like nothing else. There's just this. The ancestors already initiated me to just do this for our people, because we're 104 years late, okay, for ruling. 104 years late is unacceptable to me. I don't know what man in Africa or any other place thought that it was acceptable to give this caucasoid, inferior caucasoid, 104 years. They said it was supposed to be 100. Okay, so my mom always said you give somebody an inch, they take a mile. So no man knows this, but my mom knows this. You know, so we're 104 years late. I'm going to teach. I'm going to get us to where we need to go. I'm going to stay in my feminine energy, not going to trample over into a male energy. You're going to always be listening to a woman talking. I'm not going to be giving you no male talk. I know some people be wanting me to just be all like specific and stuff. Do you as a man. If you need to do more research, I'm going to give you general information. And then you go and research as a man, because that's not my thing. My thing, I take information. I'm very well educated already. Extremely educated. And then on top of that, I got my parents and their personalities and DNA. And then I have the source and the ancestors that is speaking to me and giving me information. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. I can tell you stuff that a man can't tell you, and on the other hand, a man can tell you stuff that I can't tell you. So y'all are gonna have to deal with that. Now, like I said, the liver detox, I experimented with the liver detoxes, not impressed. Number one detox is what you need. Then once you become fully healthy, then you could go ahead and do the liver detox. Thyroid detox, I do have a thyroid detox. You still must number one detox. I don't care what you have to number one detox. You have to, okay? And let me go on further because it's going to stay in here. Okay, I could tell you my story, and I will tell you my story in just a minute, okay, as to who told me some of this stuff, okay? But we're talking about now the liver detox, because a lot of people have been bamboozled by Alfred Bowman. Look up who Alfred Bowman is, because this is the self-proclaimed doctor who has put burdock root, dandelion root, and milk thistle in the community. They have done good, but then they have also failed. That's why they're no longer here. How do they tell you? Okay, so alright, since you got like a lot of questions, and I appreciate your questions. Okay, the question is, who told me this and how do they tell you? Okay, so the first thing is, I had an experience where I was still a meat eater, and my mom, who is a Virgo, I'm a Leo, she's a Virgo, and my mom took me to this nutritionist, okay? And the nutritionist had a detox there. The detox, I just took it because my mom, she was like, we're going to go here and I'm going to put you on this detox. Okay, that's my mom. I was always obedient. Did it. Still was a meat eater. But the detox avalanched so much more, and it started the ancestors initiating me into Supreme Goddess. Okay, and the thing is, when they did that, they put information into my head that is not my own, and as if it's my own. So it's like I'm thinking thoughts naturally. Okay, but I didn't learn it from a book. I didn't learn it from my parents. So it's coming from the source of creation. Okay, it's planted inside your mind as a thought naturally. Okay, that's great and wonderful. You're a humanitarian. So, all right. So that's how that occurred. So once you take the detox, there will be an avalanche of initiations if you are a chosen one. If you are a supreme god or a supreme goddess. Or even a god or a goddess. Okay? Alright. So, the liver detoxes, not impressed by them at all. But again, I took it as a fully healthy woman, so I didn't see any difference. Okay, that's why I say just do the #1 detox, and then you can take other detoxes such as I then tell you to take the metal detox. Then after that, then you can start on liver detox, kidney detox, and so on and so forth. I don't know what kind of bug you are. Okay, so now once you become overburdened, once your liver becomes overburdened by parasite overload and parasite toxins, the kidneys, lungs, and skin have to take over the job of cleansing. But this can become too challenging and their ability to remain healthy. So then all these things shut down. Okay, so you see, parasites can be one of the most dangerous health factors threatening to the world. Who's the maker of God is the question. Let me tell you something. This is what most people will never fathom. They can never fathom this, okay? And I already brought out this information. I'm the first one to bring out this information. They can never fathom that there is zero such thing as time. There's only infinite and abundance, okay? There is zero such thing as a beginning, and the only people that are about to become extinct are the hybrids. Okay, so I'm answering that question for you right now. Okay, now when it comes to creators, we've always been, and we've always been in pairs, male and female. There's zero such thing as a planet full of women. For what? What's the purpose? That's homosexuality. That is directly promoting the concept or the lifestyle of being a dyke, you know, which I do not promote. And I'm anti-dyke and anti-faggot, okay? And I'm pro-marriage of one man, one woman, okay? We've always been here. Hi, horses. I hear the horses in the background, so I have to say hi to them. Because apparently someone put them in that cage back there. But anyway, read the book that's called Black Roots. Excuse me. What is it called? Black Roots, Volume 2. Okay. What I'm gonna do, herb-wise, with your purchase, I'll go ahead and send you a free PDF of Black Roots, Volume 2. And what I'll do is I'll give that to you with your purchase, okay? So when you give me your purchase, I'll get your email automatically, and I'll go ahead and send that to you. All right? It tells you how we were created, okay? It tells you we came in pairs, and it wasn't just one chief. It was a male chief and a female chief. Wasn't no just one chief, okay? Okay, pairs, because united we are superhuman when we unite, okay? We're superhuman. So, and the ancestors been knowing that, okay? But then there's a rift in our male-female relationships, and we need to make sure that we correct misinformation. So that's what I'm here for. I'm going to always correct misinformation. Okay. I'm going to always correct misinformation, not trying to hurt nobody. But we must go back to ruling. We're 104 years late. I'm a rule, period. You know, I'm the man, my position, period. Don't care who don't like it. And that's just how I am. And people respect that. Now, some people's feelings might get hurt. Some people might get envious. That's why I want to make sure that we're healing and we are getting back. That's why this is a summertime fly video, because we want to make sure that our sisters have confidence. I don't like when people get envious. I don't like when my brothers get envious. I mean, some brothers lack education. They lack their purpose for being man. I am Cherokee is what I am. Cherokee and a quarter Creole. Cherokee and a quarter Creole. I am Cherokee with a quarter Creole in my blood. Okay? That's what I am. That's what I am. So, but I claim to be Cherokee. Alright? So, I want my sisters and my brothers to have more confidence in themselves and to find their real purpose in life, because my purpose in life is doing what I am doing right now. I don't need copycats. I want everybody to get confidence, and I plan on giving it to you. That's what this video is for. It's going to tell you the secrets to getting summertime fly, okay? Secrets. Alright? We're talking about the secrets, but right now we have to make sure that everybody know that being vegan is not good enough, because there's a lot of sick vegans out there. A lot of sick vegans out there. Okay, well, good for her. That means that her people was like, oh yeah, but whatever. But anyway, we have a lot of sick vegans out there. We have a lot of obese vegans out there, because you don't know the information that I'm going to give you after I get down to the basics. Haha, she is just confused. Alright, I went ahead. Alright, people who don't know their nationality, what I did is I asked my daddy, and I didn't have to ask my mom because she told me, and I didn't have to ask my grandma because she told me. But I asked my daddy, and I pretty much got the information from my mother and grandmother, people who love me the most. Okay? This is how you do it. I mean, it was awkward asking my daddy, you know, because it had to be random. Okay? It had to be random. But you have to be brave enough to ask them, because we know we're brain polluted. Alright? So you have to be brave enough to ask them, what are we? I asked my daddy one day, what are we? What are we? And he told me, well, my mom is Creole, and inside their room they have a picture of my grandmother who looks full-blooded Indian. Well, I know his programming, so I know he meant light-skinned Mongoloid. Alright? So you have to ask. Have to ask. So ain't no getting out of asking. Ain't no DNA, because DNA is a scam. It's been proven that DNA is a scam, and a lot of the brothers is telling you, and some sisters on YouTube is telling you that DNA is a scam, because, and I'm getting this from them, okay, I'm not copycat, I'm getting this from them, letting you know this ain't my information. But how are you going to tell where a person comes from their DNA? You can't. You can't say, oh, this person got this DNA, therefore they come from here. How are you going to do that? You can't. You can't. It's a scam, because the Caucasoid know that it told us so much lies, and it killed all of our ancestors that knew the truth. It knows that you're thirsty for knowing who you are now. So it's trying to capitalize off of that. So you get a DNA and it's going to tell you from here and there, it's going to be a lie. You cannot, because we're worldwide people. I brought this information out too. I got a lot of copycats. We're worldwide people. This is something that recessive genes cannot fathom, because they come from a hybrid place in the Caucasus Mountains. They are Caucasus Mountain people, but they're hybrids, so they don't even come from there. Okay, but we as melanin-rich people are a worldwide people. We come from all over the world. Okay, here in America, I said, for those of you who thinking that you are African and look just like my cousins and brothers and aunts and mothers, you're thinking that you're African. We have a different look When you go over there, they're going to know you're American. They're going to laugh at you. They might accept you too. Thank you. They might accept you as a brother and sister, but don't try to tell them that you're Nigerian and you don't have no Nigerian nose. Don't try to tell them that you're from Ghana and you don't have any type of the phenotypes of Ghana or Nigeria. You have everything that looks like an American, the original coppered Aboriginal Americans. Okay? I love my African brothers and sisters. Love them. Alright? I'm going to tell you, I originally changed my last name to an African last name. So y'all don't try to tell me that I hate Africans. That shit hurt my heart. I'm about to cry a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with Africa. I love Africa. But we are from America. We are worldwide people. Okay? You can't tell Papua New Guinea people they're from Africa. They're going to look at you like you crazy. The original ones. You can't tell the original Hawaiians they're from Africa because they're going to look at you like you crazy. You can't tell the original Aboriginal Australians that they are really Africans because they're going to look at you like you crazy. Okay? We have all people of skin color, of melanin in their skin. They have always lived everywhere because this was one landmass. Okay? And when it broke up, just so happened the people from Africa went that way. We stayed this way. Australians went that way. Hawaiians, Papua New Guinea, all of them, they went a different way. Okay? The thing is, when people say that they are African, and then they try to talk about people who know that they're Cherokee, know for a fact that they're Cherokee. You don't know nothing about Africa. You don't have zero relatives that told you you are African. Talking about those people, okay? You look just like me and my family. Talking about those people, okay? When it came to that picture of quote-unquote people enslaved on that boat, you saw that picture where they were lying down. And it was hundreds of them, right? You saw that picture, right? I already put out the information regarding how fictional that is. Okay, I put out that information. Everybody ran with it. That's good. Go ahead and run with it. Let our people know that that is fictional as ever. It's like Santa Claus and Tooth Fairy. Because I will tell you why. Okay? The reason why, thank you. The reason why that is fictional is because we all know, if you buy my book, you'll know that the Caucasoids don't like bathing. What makes you think they're gonna let you bathe? And if that picture is true with all those people lying down, guess what happens when you feed people? They defecate. They produce feces, waste, poop, boo-boo, whatever you want to call it, and urine. Hey, horsies. And urine, okay? So, if that's the case, and it took months for them to sail, okay, and all those people are on that boat, and then these people was catching scurvy because they don't like to bathe, and lack of food and vitamin C, what made you think that you actually survived that long trip in packs like that? I'm not saying it didn't happen, but if you look at that fictional picture with your conscious mind, you will know that if that were true, we would never have made it over here because we would have died buried in feces and urine, and we would have never survived because not only would we have been buried in feces and urine, but the smell alone, the lack of oxygen. You know, when you go in a men's bathroom, you can't even breathe in there. I don't even know how you men use a men's bathroom. The lack of oxygen would have killed us alone from the feces and urine piled up. we would have been buried in our own feces and urine. I already put that information out. People have copycat. Thank you. I still need my props. I don't care. I'm not going to be, I'm never going to be humble. I will be modest. But modesty doesn't work for me, because then you don't believe me, because then I'm too modest. You're like, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. So I have to just come 1,000 with you. That's going to be my Leo and my Sagittarius side. That's my totality, okay, of me. So I got to come with you, to you 1,000%. And out of love, though, I got to keep reminding you, it's pure high vibrational frequency love that I have for you. But I got to make you believe, because you are me and I am you. Okay, so I'm going to say some stuff that's going to hit home. Some of y'all are going to get y'all feelings hurt, but I want y'all to know that's not the intention. It's purely love. And I don't need your envy. I don't need no haters. I need your love and unity. I need your love and unity is what I need. Not no haters. I don't need no copycats. And I don't need nobody trying to be like me. Okay? At all, I need you to get detoxed. Come on this high vibration frequency. Rule the world again as earth gods. That's what I need you to do. Okay? That's because we're 104 years late. And that's unacceptable to me. Okay? I need a sisterhood who we get together, meditate, and we rule. Okay? As well as us getting mates and ruling with them too. There's many ways to rule. I don't know what bug this is, but it's very interested in me for whatever odd reason. So now, let's talk about some of the other things when it comes to parasites too. All right, they are saying that parasites are the most undiagnosed condition in America. Okay. And there are many books on the subject. This is coming from the Nutritional Healing Center, okay, .com. All right. Parasites can seemingly cause random symptoms in various organs, which I have already said that in 2015. Okay. Some symptoms of parasites are the source of great agony. And some are barely even noticeable. You don't even know. Okay? A couple of the symptoms are clenching or grinding of the teeth. I knew a brother in college who clenched his teeth. I was like, ugh. You know, he's a little bit overweight too. I was like, that's crazy. Alright? So he clenched his teeth. So one of the symptoms of parasites is clenching teeth. I'm about to get into why. And itching the butt. My niece and nephew always complain of their butt itching as children. But since I was a child too, I was a child auntie because my big brother is so much older than me. So because I was a child too, I didn't know that was actually parasites they had, or what the elders would call worms. Okay, but they drank a lot of Kool-Aid and a large amount of sugar. My brother loved sugar, so you know that's a symptom of having parasites too, when you love sugar. So and so it says, so if you have the tendency to want to scratch your butt, or your children want to scratch your butt, they have parasites. And children can take the #1 detox as well. Okay, so let me know that you're getting it for a child. All right, but they can take the #1 detox as well. You can detox your children. All right. Parasites can even live in the heart muscle or heart chambers. Where do you think they get from dogs? Heartworms. Dogs and cats get heartworms. So do you. You'll get them too. It's just that the cockazoid conveniently left that out because you're a customer to them. Okay? The cockazoid conveniently left that out. The inferior cockazoid conveniently left that out because you're a lifetime customer. See, the thing with me, I will cure you. Ain't no lifetime customer. Now, we're going to talk about how you should always detox. especially if you're going to be eating sugar, especially if you're going to be eating fruit and you've already gotten parasites, because parasites like to live in areas that the bloodstream can't get to so much. So I'm going to talk about that. But parasites, they can live anywhere. I'm reading here. They can live anywhere in the body, such as the sinuses, around the ears, even in the ears. That's what sore throats and earaches are. 1000% parasites. Because once you detox, you'll never get a sore throat or earache ever again. I missed a lot of school in elementary with the earaches. I was a child that always had an earache. Always had an earache. That's because my mom and dad transferred parasites to my body as a child. So I was a sick child who always had earaches and always had to miss school, and was always, earaches are so painful. There is zero killing the pain. I just had to suffer, and I suffered so badly with those earaches. I'm talking about, that was the most painful experience in my entire life, because all I could do was go to sleep in order to escape the pain. And that's what I did. I went to sleep to escape the pain, but I just cried for so long until I did fall asleep. But earaches and sore throats are 1000% parasites. When I was a teenager, I would notice that when I went to the doctor for strep throat, he would cotton swab my throat. Thank you for the hearts and likes. He would cotton swab my throat, and I would get better. I was like, how is that even possible? Like, I didn't even really need the antibodies after he cotton swabbed my throat, because what he did is he got rid of those parasites that were located in that area. Okay, and it's my hypothesis that, which is an educated guess, is that once I was breathing cold air, the parasites who like warm air and warm body, they actually died, and they died in that location, which pushed up against my nerves, which caused me pain in my throat, which caused a quote-unquote sore throat. So that's my belief. Same thing with the earache, because I even got earaches as an adult as well. So it's dead parasites that has been localized in that location due to cold air getting in your ear or cold air getting in your throat. Okay. So again, parasites can even live in the heart muscle or the heart chambers. Okay, one doctor, it's telling the story here, one doctor who grew up in a family butcher, after years of slaughtering cattle, he could see which cows were sick just by looking at them. They would slice the throats of the cows and then cut the jaw muscles. Upon slicing the jaw, one of the clinician friends had a patient who excreted 2 feet. Hold on, am I doing this right? Make sure. Oh, here it is. Upon slicing the jaw muscles of the sick cow, parasite eggs would pour out onto the floor. Wow. This is why people grind their teeth at night, because parasites inhabit the jaw muscles. Jaw grinding happens primarily at night when parasites are more active. Some parasites lay eggs. The eggs hatch around the time of the full moon, give or take a few days. When they hatch, it makes people act crazy. This is why an observant police officer, teacher, or emergency room will dread full moons, because they will become busier. Parasites are the real reason why, is what the nutritionalhealingcenter.com is saying. Also saying in their office they have seen parasites called psoriasis. I have it for people with psoriasis. I do have healing for that as well. Okay, parasites have caused psoriasis, heart problems, constipation, diarrhea, muscle weakness, floaters in the eyes, junk food cravings, excessive appetites, allergies, and depression. Okay, So all of those things can be cured with the #1 parasite detox. All right. I already rated that. Now, a lot of people, some people still, they want to know, like, how they got it. You can get it anywhere from touching door handles, the salt shakers, grabbing the ketchup at a restaurant, your phone, anyone who touch you. You can get it sexually. You can sexually transmit it. It's not on this paper. This is on my video that I did in 2015. Traveling overseas. Okay. Water. I say these are the ways that you can get it: food, water, air, sex. Okay. Those are the 4 main ways you can get it. If you don't get it that way, your parents can also transfer it to you as a baby. Okay. These are 10 signs that they're saying that you have parasites: unexplained constipation, diarrhea, gas, irritable bowel syndrome. You travel internationally and had diarrhea, food poisoning. All right, trouble falling asleep and waking up multiple times during the night, rashes, hives, rosacea or eczema. You grind your teeth at night. That's a new one that I didn't know about, because I have a long list if y'all follow me on Facebook, but that's one that's not on there. Okay, you have pain or aching in your muscles or joints. One brother, you know who you are. I already told you before I even came up with this, you need to detox. Alright, you experience fatigue, exhaustion, depression, or frequent feelings of apathy. I want to stop there and let you know that drinking wine or any alcohol beverage is going to give you parasites. Why? Because what is the alcohol in wine? What is the alcohol in liquor? Well, what it is it's a bacteria, or excuse me, a microorganism, much like a parasite, a microorganism that eats the barley or the sugar, and then it uses the bathroom, and the feces is the byproduct, or whatever comes out of it is in the form of feces or urine, is the byproduct of alcohol. So alcohol is really feces. Okay, so that's why I urge people, like, if you have problems sleeping, detox. And I have a sweet sleep herb that will calm you, so when your head hits the pillow, it won't put you to sleep like a drug. It will calm you in the form of when your head does hit that pillow, you fall asleep. Okay, and you don't wake up until you naturally have to wake up. You see, this is what herbs do. Herbs heal the body. Herbs are put on the earth to heal you no matter what you have. And the thing is, you need to be trusting of people who do this for a living, and trust that they know what they're talking about. Okay, is what you need to do. So, but when I tell you don't drink wine, don't drink alcohol, I'm not trying to be your mother. I'm trying to tell you that that's not good for your body. You don't need it anyway. There's a natural high that governs this earth, and it's experienced as a baby. A natural high. This experience, that's why babies laugh. They don't have nothing to laugh about. They're on a natural high. They have natural serotonin. They haven't experienced enough to be, to be laughing. But they will randomly smile and laugh, because there is a natural high that governs the earth. You don't need anything artificial. Anything. Because much like poison ivy, so is the weed. Hence the word weed. What did weeds do in the garden? Weeds kill the fruit or whatever that you're trying to grow. The flower. Weeds kill it because it's weeds are almost like parasites. A plant parasite just takes over everything and kills everything else. So that's why they name weed marijuana weed, because it will take over your God state, put your soul to sleep, and you will be on a lower vibrational frequency. And the reason why you're rapping good and you're producing music while you're high or drunk is because your soul is asleep and you just might be possessed. And that's real talk. You can look that up. That's on YouTube as well. The reason why they call alcohol spirits is because you can become possessed. It's just a natural fact. So some other signs that you have parasites is fatigue, exhaustion, depression, frequent feelings of apathy. You never feel satisfied or full after your meals. That's because the parasites are eating your nutrients, as well as some parasites eat your food. You have been diagnosed with iron deficiency, which is anemia. When you kill the parasites, you're going to automatically get rid of anemia, because parasites actually, some of them actually feed off your blood. Okay, so it's causing you to be depleted of iron and also nutrients as well. Because I remember they tried to say that my menstrual cramps, this is another thing, this is why I don't like doctors, because they lie. They don't know the truth. They're not trained the truth. So the doctors told me, because we went to the doctor for my menstrual cramps. Okay, why do I have menstrual cramps? They tried to tell me because I was anemic. I took those red iron pills. It did zero things for my menstrual cramps. Zero. Nothing. Those iron pills, they're a placebo. They don't do anything at all. So it's fake iron anyway. It's not real iron. And at that time I was a meat eater, so I was just all messed up. So once I became vegan and detoxed, my anemia went away. Alright. Trouble sleeping, skin irritations, mood changes, muscle pain are all caused by toxins that parasite release into the bloodstream. These toxins often cause anxiety, which can manifest itself in different ways. This is mindbodygreen.com. For instance, waking up in the middle of the night, they're saying again, or grinding your teeth in your sleep are signs that your body is experiencing anxiety while you rest. When these toxins interact with your neurotransmitters or blood cells, they can cause mood swings or skin irritations. We now, as the earth gods, we are now depressed people. We're not naturally depressed at all, because our brains produce serotonin, which is the happy hormone. Okay, so we don't, even when we were enslaved, they thought we were happy being slaves, because we were still laughing, joking, having a good time, marrying each other, having babies, all of that, because the sun actually makes us happy, because the sun produces melanin, serotonin, and melatonin. All right, so parasites, a secret cause of weight gain. That is not fat. That is a parasitic overgrowth that you have. I see vegans who are obese. I see men who work out all day and they still don't have the flat stomach. They have a little bit of pooch, a little pouch in their stomach, because that is still parasites. Parasites can live in your cells. It can live in your natural fat cells. You do have natural fat cells that protect your body. So parasites can live in those fat cells. And once they live in the fat cells of your body and they reproduce, parasites are soft body cells. Okay, they're soft body microorganisms. The only thing that's hard about a parasite is its eggs. So when it shows up on your face in the form of a pimple, those are parasite eggs. Okay, but the fat that's in your body, I don't care if it's underarm fat, I don't care if it's chin fat, if your face gets big, those are parasites. If your breast gets big, those are parasites. Stomach gets big, there's a parasite. Thighs get big, those are parasites. If your butt gets big, those are parasites. If you see a girl with a big butt, she has a lot of parasites. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm not talking about the sisters that have the bigger butts. I remember when I was 14, I wanted a big butt because I thought that that's what guys like. So I actually ate more to try to get a big butt. That's something that girls do because they want to get the guy. So that's what I did. But that never happened for me because at that time I didn't have that many parasites, okay? But when I got older, those parasites got older too, and they reproduced even more, and yes, I got parasites. So, and I had parasites anyway. I did have parasites because I had menstrual cramps, okay? So I had menstrual cramps, and so I did have parasites. But the thing is, the girls with the bigger butts, they have parasites. So I want to put out a disclaimer. When you detox, you will lose some breast size, you will lose some butt, okay? But get a brain. You don't need a butt. You don't need a butt if you got a brain, okay? Trust me. Had some experiences where the brother was like, he got with the girl with the big butt and he still wanted me, okay? So you don't need a big butt if you have a brain, okay? That's the myth. That's the myth. So we want you to get summertime fly. When you look in the mirror, we want you to see a flat stomach and be so confident and know that you are beautiful. And some people say, well, I need my big butt. The only reason why you need your big butt because you ain't got a big brain, okay? You can't keep a man, and this is what my mom taught me, you cannot keep a man with sex. You can't keep a man with a baby. She taught me this. This is why I say it's levels to Supreme Goddess, because I was taught by a really wise woman and my daddy. But I'm urging you, if you want to lose weight, and I know people who have been trying to lose weight for years and they still can't. Okay, they've jogged, they tried jogging, they tried sit-ups, they tried changing their diet. Okay, sisters now texting me regarding employment. Y'all send out some positive vibes for that sister, because I don't know what's going to happen to her. I'm just going to do what the ancestors tell me to do. But anyway, I know people who have been for a long time trying to lose weight. And so in honor of Sunmore, which was started June the 21st, I'm putting out this video telling you, urging you to detox your parasites. Now, off of experience, I will tell you that it's going to be a journey. It ain't going to be no 1 month, because every time you pick up a prepackaged food that tastes really good, that cookie that tastes really good, it might be vegan, but you're not heating it up, and it's in an anaerobic environment. Oh yeah, it got parasites on it. Trust me, because out of experience, I know, okay, there's certain fruit bars that only has fruit, nuts, and dates in it that are really good. They have parasites in them. The reason why, and I don't want them to add preservatives in it, because preservatives is still unnatural. What I want us to do is to eat fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. You can make a dessert out of fresh fruits and vegetables figured out. You can also, you know, go to YouTube. You can also make really good meals, meat replacements with nuts and seeds, okay? And raw nuts and seeds. Do that, okay? But don't eat packaged foods, okay? So number one thing you want to do, okay, is in order to make sure that you kill the parasites, because it's not fat, it's parasites. So number one thing you want to do is you want to detox with the number one detox. Now I'll put the link after this video, okay, on my page. You want to detox with number one detox. Number two, you want to stay away from packaged foods. Packaged foods are in an anaerobic environment, okay? Anaerobic environments mean it lacks oxygen. What do things that lack oxygen do? It grows on the foods, okay? Because it likes that environment. So it'll start growing on the food in the form of microscopic organisms. And what happens when you eat it? Then it evolves into parasites, okay? So stay away from packaged candies, fruits, foods. Also, if you don't know by now, we are not built to eat meat, okay? Okay, it even says in your good books you were placed in a garden and not a slaughterhouse. You were placed in the garden, not a slaughterhouse. It says that in your good books. So I'm using that as a weapon. And so you want to make sure that you're eating the right things for your body, which is going to be fresh fruits and vegetables. If you have a serious illness, what you want to do is you want a green juice. When you green juice, what you want to do is you want to buy a juicer first. If you don't have a juicer, you can blend it and put a cheesecloth over it. You can get cheesecloth from any place. Okay, I'm not going to name the names because I actually hate these stores and they don't pay me to name the names. But you know those stores that you frequent often. Okay, go to those stores, ask the cashier, I mean not the cashier, but the people walking around there. They're going to say it's in aisle such and such, because I've been to every last single store, the popular stores that are out there, to get the cheesecloth before I bought my juicer. So buy a juicer or a blender and juice the spinach and the romaine leaves, the dark green vegetables. You're gonna make a quote-unquote V8 like drink, okay? But you're gonna make it in a green juice. Then you're gonna add peeled tomatoes. Then you're gonna add red onions. Then you're gonna add a little bit of garlic or garlic powder. And then you're gonna add black pepper and pink Himalayan salt. It's gonna taste delicious. The parasites are not gonna know what to do with that at all, because there's zero sugar in there. Parasites love sugar and starch. Starch turns into sugar, and starch is completely acidic. Okay, and they also don't like you exercising. They don't like oxygen. They love anaerobic environments. So if you have a serious illness, once you detox, contact me. We'll talk about what I recommend and why I recommend it, and I'll get you on board in the knowledge as to what you should be doing. And I'm really reasonable, really fair, and I deal with super herbs, so super awesome. All right, everything I do has knowledge backed up to back it up. Okay, so you can read my website and get what you need there. But keep in mind, like I said, that ain't fat. Those are parasites, okay? Because your body, I'm going to tell you, your body, it takes a while for it to do anything as an adult, okay? So you're not growing anymore, okay? You're not growing anymore. So how is it that you're getting new fat cells? You're not. You're getting new parasite cells, though, inside of your already fat cells, because at a certain age, you don't grow anymore. I mean, you could grow if you were doing the right, correct things, and you had the right, you were on the right frequency. You can grow, okay? But the thing is, 9 times out of 10, if you are eating meat, you're not growing anymore. You're not producing new cells. You're not producing any new fat cells at all. There's 0 things being stored inside your body called fat cells. You already have fat cells, but what you're getting is you're getting a parasitic overgrowth, and they have to, because it's an overgrowth. There's no other place for them to go. So what do they start doing? They start going into your fat cells that you already have and multiplying. And a lot of people, their heads start getting big, their chin start getting bigger, arms start getting bigger, waist start getting bigger. Everything on their body starts getting bigger. Okay, so this is what that is. It's not fat, it is parasites. Please make sure you detox. This is what I'm here for. You get your detox going, everything else is going to avalanche into a better life for you. So I don't see any more questions on my screen. So if there are no more questions, please like this video, share this video, because there's some people out there that need help. They really do. So we want to make sure that we help our people. We don't be selfish. Let's help our people. Let's heal our people. No copycats. All unite. All support. You know, support the cause. There is a girl out there who does need, she has herpes, and she does need her herpes medicine. So we want to make sure that she gets that. If you go to my PayPal, if you go to my GoFundMe and you donate, we will make sure that she gets that detox. It looks like while I was talking, she wanted to seek out employment. We're going to do that for her. But if somebody wants to go ahead and purchase that for her, we can go ahead and do that. We had already, like I said, had 1,000%, but she had doubts. So now we are looking for someone who maybe has some bad karmas, or they just want to just do something kind for someone. Go ahead and do that for her. If you are watching this video after the video, hashtag after party. Okay, so I know that you watched the video, and if you have any questions after the video, I will be looking at them and trying to answer them. If you want me to do a different video on something, I will definitely do it. I do still have some requests of videos that I have not done, and I'm going to get to them, I promise you. Okay, so that is going to be the end of the video. Thank you everybody for the hearts, the likes. I love everybody that is in my skin folk family, and we have a job to do. Okay, I'm doing my job. Please unite with me. Please come forward and make sure that you join the cause and you don't become someone who suffers, because that's what's going to happen to you. It's just a simple fact. But like I said, I love everybody that is in my skin folk family, and I wish you peace. We're going to get this thing taken care of that needs to be taken care of, because it's unacceptable for us to be 104 years late for ruling. That's unacceptable, and I'm not going to take it, period. It's just how it is. So I'm going to wish my family peace, love, happiness. To all my skin folks, it's Ayadria Aaliyah, the one and only Supreme Goddess. I'm what your health care professional should be looking like. Picture of health, 0 wrinkles, and no obesity. That's not fat. That's parasites. Let's get that cleaned up. Let's get summertime fly. Let's really get rid of those parasites that you think is fat. Peace and power.